All right. TCH, this is Texas Card House live from Dallas, Texas. I am joined in the booth by a special guest tonight, Mr. Corey. How do I pronounce your last name again?
Lefkoff, L-E-F-K-O-F.
Lefkoff. So Corey Lefkoff is going to be with me tonight. We had a little crazy situation today as we lost power in the room. Uh-oh. Why do we have that going on? Sorry, guys. Let me get the sound out of here. We're just repeating ourselves.
I won something.
Well, this is my reward for finishing 11th.
Yeah,
I got knocked out.
It's
I got
coming
knocked
in
out
here.
with pair of jacks.
Boom, there we go. All right, sorry guys. We are back. This is going to be our first hand. We got Micah dealing in the box again. I'm Eric Van Loosen. I've got Corey Lefkoff in the booth with me tonight. We had a power outage situation today. We didn't think we were going to be able to do a final table and live stream. We thought it was just going to be, what, a 36-person chop or something?
Yeah, but ICM, right?
ICM chop, but we were able to get enough of the players that were able to come back after we restored power. So shout out to the folks, the staff at TCH and everybody that made this possible tonight. So we're going to have a fun one. We've got a lot of regulars on this final table, and cards are in the air. We're off.
All right, good luck, everybody. Yeah, it was a very challenging situation today, but everybody handled it nice and professionally, and TCH did a great job making sure everybody was safe, first and foremost, and then restarting up a couple hours later.
And like you said, you finished 11th today.
Yeah, this is my reward for finishing 11th.
Well, congrats on a deep run, obviously, a large field today. So
yeah, it was definitely some landmines out there.
C4 calls 31,000.
We will go around the table and introduce players here shortly, but we've got a lot of action so far in this hand.
Yeah, we got four-way action already.
Yeah.
Oh, three-way.
Yeah, going to go down to three-way as ADHD folds here, but we got Lizard, Haley, and Suzanne all going to a flop.
Olivia.
Is anyone interested in starting drinking? Start drinking.
Take a water.
I drink. Anybody else need anything, guys?
Haley hits her middle pair.
Lizard's getting the best of it with the ace. Going to lead out for 50,000. Of course, the blinds are at 6,000, 12,000, 12,000.
He's going to take it down.
Suzanne folds, and as does Haley. So Lizard's going to get the first hand there. So we are at a little bit smaller blind levels than we're used to on these final tables. We had a blind level we kind of had to eat because of that power outage, and came back and restarted. So players are a little bit deeper compared to the blinds right now than we're used to seeing, but we do have a couple of shorter stacks. One really short here. Arun is under 10 big blinds, and he's got what, 24,000 in the pot as we speak. He's in the big blind right now, so he's going to be our shorty. And of course we got Link over there miles ahead of everybody else. He's got 2.28 million.
Link was a chip collector for sure.
Yeah, you might have to tell me if you remember any hands or how he got those chips.
Well, I had pocket kings.
Okay.
And, I raised to like 30,000. It was 5-10. He was in the big blind and called. The flop comes out 7-8 jack. I bet, he calls. And then another jack comes out, and then I bet, he calls. And then turn was, I don't remember what the turn was, or the river was, but he hit his full house with Jack 7.
Jack 7 crushes the kings. There you go. Well, he's here at the final table with 2.28 million.
Very strong player. A lot of strong players at the final table tonight. I've played with most of them in the last few weeks here.
Well, speaking of strong player, when you're a strong player, you have a big stack, and you get dealt the aces in the low jack.
Like he said earlier, when you run hot, you run hot.
Right. Yeah, Riot had raised with the ace jack, so he's feeling pretty good about his hand.
You think he's going to call?
3-bet to 85,000.
Yeah.
Blinds at just 12, so yeah, this is tough.
This is shoving territory, isn't it?
Never a fun spot with the ace jack. You just never know where you're at with that hand. It's just tough.
You would think with all the folds, you would be somewhat at a decent call situation, but with the stack he has.
Right. Yeah, a little strange, out of position. Pretty good size 3-bet here.
Not only that, he got aces in the low jack too.
Yep.
How about that?
Right, with a very disciplined fold, lets the ace jack go. Nice hand there for Link. So we will go around the table real quick. Of course, just mentioned Riot in the 2 and Link in the 1 seat. or Link in the 3 seat. In the 1 seat, we've got Charlie. Charlie's been playing a lot of tournaments here lately, making some deep runs. Of course, Haley took down a nice tournament not too long ago here on our live stream. Glad to have her back. And your friend, Suzanne, in the 5 seat.
Suzanne's another final table for Suzanne. We won't talk about the last time she was at the final table. But, yeah, she's been a really strong player here at TCH.
Plays mostly tournaments, but a little bit of cash as well.
But yeah, mostly tournaments.
You got the cards right? Good.
David is in our 6th seat. He's going by the name Icebox. He was on our final table last week, and one of my favorites, Mr. ADHD Poker. Big fan of our chat. He's always engaged in our chat. Loves playing tournaments.
Lizard was in the final table last week.
Lizard was as well.
I believe he finished 2nd last night in the Friday night event. So he's on a little heater here.
It's on a heater.
And by the way, that card holder is not a lizard. It's a gator.
It's a gator.
He's a Florida Gator fan. I got that information out of him at least.
Well, last week he was wearing a kind of purple and yellow hat, and I accused him of being an LSU guy. And he's like, nope, I'm a Florida Gator. Poker Monkey and Ryan Celo joining us. Howdy, folks. Yeah, I saw you post that on Facebook, Poker Monkey, that you finished 38th. You got a little cash for it, so.
He did check in the dark as a joke, and then he went all in.
All right, Lizard waking up with a premium here. He's got the kings.
Link with a Ninja 4-4 there, too.
Yep.
This could be interesting.
Okay. One-legged aces, right? The fake aces. He's running good, so he's going to keep playing these hands.
Heads up.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my.
Now the ace may save Lizard a little bit here, but that is a spicy card there. The 4 in the window for Link.
Like Link is running hot and a 4 hits the window. What do you know?
What do you know? Link is going to bet out, and of course,
9 calls, 50
Blizzard is going to call. Keep him honest here.
Link's been aggressive by re-raising after that, but looks like just a call.
All right, King of Hearts for Lizard, so probably going to keep him around a little bit. Let's see what Link does, though, if he makes it pricey. 307,000 in the pot.
Bet 150,000.
150, yeah, it goes half pot.
Good bet by Link. It's got tons of outs.
50.
King or a heart. Yeah, it does not come.
Actions on 9.
607 in the pot. He is going to go for it all.
3 bets. 900,000.
Which is a good player. I think he knows he's kind of beat here with that board.
Yeah, very.
Be a tough laydown, but a good one nonetheless if he does.
Not loving the fact that you got to let go kings at a final table, but there's a lot of poker left to play.
Kings knocked me out, so.
Yep. That ace really is going to help him make this fold here. I say that. Sometimes we get stubborn as men at the table.
Well, he's down to 376.
Yeah, he's got Arun to his right, who's super short. But Glenn is not interested in laddering up. He wants to win a tournament.
Full disclosure, he had 2 margaritas before when we were on break.
Did he? Okay.
Yes. Good laydown.
Link letting him know it was a good fold.
Yeah.
Not going to show, but lets him know.
Lizard's going to watch that later on the stream and say, wow, I was really
Dodged
underwhelmed
one there, yeah.
Those crooked aces come in handy sometimes.
Gotcha, Poker Monkey. Yeah, appreciate you letting us know. Yeah, that was not a fun situation. We lost this whole shopping center, the Sam Moon parking lot. All the businesses lost power here, and we didn't know when the power was going to come back on. I was waiting to hear what time I needed to be here for the live stream, and then I heard, oh, the tournament's canceled. We're just going to pay out everybody in ICM, and that was.
And Eric, I left.
You left as well.
Drove back to McKinney, walked the dog, and got a phone call saying, "Hey, we're starting back up at 7:45.
You want to play? Yeah.
I'm like, back down I go.
Well, here you are, and we're glad you're here. RJ Dupree is normally in here with me. He's a little under the weather and didn't want to spread that to all of us. As, of course, we know the flu's crazy going around right now. So fortunate to have you in the room, and I know you wanted to be on this final table, but consolation prize, you get to be in here and hang out and watch your friend Suzanne there on her final table. Some more big hands here. We're only on hand number 4, and we've seen a lot of premiums already.
Yes.
Raise. Seat 1 raises.
No fireworks, but premiums.
12,000.
ADHD. 247 left. Does have position here.
And he lays it down.
Lays it down. Good discipline. Lay down.
Takes it down.
It's good all in by Charlie there.
ADHD wearing the Limpin' is Pimpin' shirt.
Where do you get the limpin' is pimpin' shirt?
I guess that's the Daniel Negreanu slogan that he came out with.
I don't know.
The internet algorithms, I'm sure, got him. I've had so many things pop up on my social medias that have got me, that I've purchased, and I'm like, why did I buy this? And
Yeah,
it's just like,
exactly.
algorithm got me. Well, thank y'all again for joining us tonight in the chat. Again, Eric Van Loozen here with my man Corey. He is joining us. He does a little work for the Dallas Stars.
Yes, sir.
So, does some hockey commentary, and really glad to have him in. He finished 11th in our tournament today.
Yeah.
Seat 4 calls 26,000.
Oh, look at their back. The 4s are back.
Yeah, they are.
Suzanne's got a handle hand here. Ooh, nice
Seat
raise.
5 raises 100,000.
See, it's fun as a player to watch this and commentate because you want to get into the players' heads all the time.
Absolutely.
Um,
And especially wanting to get into their heads because we see what the cards are. So we're trying to put ourselves in that situation. What are they holding there? But yeah, Suzanne going to take down a nice pot there with the ace-jack.
and that's why you got to raise in that position there. I mean,
Absolutely.
You got 3 people behind you. You have an ace-jack. It's not a premium hand, but it's a solid hand. So you raise and then hope to collect the pot there.
Well, this is what we're playing for today, guys and gals. We had 200 entries right on the dot, 60,000 in the prize pool on this $360 buy-in. 2 weeks in a row. Actually, this is now 3 weeks in a row where we've had second and first place be 5 figures. So 15,205 for first. Second place is a healthy $10,370. So not a bad day's work.
Yep. A long day.
Long day for sure.
C5 raises. Oh, my bad. C5 calls. C5 calls. C6 folds.
Suzanne calling, going to go set mining with the Ducks. Not anybody else really having anything
C1 folds.
here. Right, going to complete.
Fold, fold, fold.
Oh, he says fold. Okay,
Yes,
there we
I thought,
go.
like, what's he calling? Okay, well, look at Link with an ace, of course. Like I said, if you've ever gotten to a final table, you have this zeitgeist of
Yep.
running hot. When it you just take over the table and you get cards for no reason.
Action on C3.
And, you know,
Yeah, he
got
gets
the
an
gut
open
shot.
ender.
Suzanne doesn't like it.
Yeah, when you raise the ace-6, flop an open ender, bet it, take it down. Nobody wants to really get in his way right now. Like you said, he is just running hot. I mean, the difference in his stack compared to, the folks there at the bottom, you can see Arun is really hanging on for dear life with 89,000. Next at 247 is ADHD Poker, but Link is now up to 2.74 million.
Yeah, and he was showing a lot of aggression out there tonight before we got to the final table, raising pre-flop, but he was getting good cards. Kings, suited connectors, he was getting it all. Oh, Suzanne with the nice little premium hand here.
Under the gun, ace queen.
7 and 8 fold. 9 folds. 1 fold. 2 folds. 3's out. And C5.
There you go.
There you go. Free pass.
Nobody had anything really to battle with, but they're going to give Suzanne some respect.
I tell you what, you do get more respect after you make one of these final tables here at Texas Card House.
For sure.
You get people like, hey, I saw you last week. I'm like, no, I'm scared to play against you. No, you shouldn't. You should play your game like you normally play.
100%.
I got a chicken sandwich from McDonald's.
Blinds have gone up to 8,000, 16,000, 16,000. Still have 9 players left. Again, these are the final 9 of a field of 200 today. So great showing for these 9 players. And, of course, for those who are regulars on our stream, these are all regular faces.
7 folds.
Do you have any blood? No blood.
9 raises, 32,000.
Charlie here with the jiggities.
That's right. I like Lizard trying to play a hand here, opening it up with the Jack-10,
Well,
but
he
Charlie
was
right
good.
behind him has 2 of those jacks. Yeah, everybody pretty close there, except for the shorty and the big stack.
Yes. Grant's thinking about this.
C2 calls.
Yep. There's a call.
3 folds, 4 folds.
And there's Suzanne's hand. She's got the ace-8 as well.
Ace-8s are premium.
Got 4 players.
Gutter ball.
Yeah, 6-7-4 flop. Nobody with a pair except for Charlie with that big overpair.
Suzanne coming out betting 45.
Yeah, let's see what Charlie does when it comes back to him. Not loving that kind of connected board there. Is a rainbow flop, so he's going to come in for a raise.
1 raise is 115,000. C2 folds, actual C5.
Yeah, whenever you see a board like that and a raise like that, you got to think, okay, who's got an overpair here? 10s or higher, whatever. Happened to me twice today, and I laid down a couple decent hands that were losers.
She's got the ace overcard and then that gutter, but pretty chunky raise here.
That's a good laydown.
Yeah, good laydown there, and nice pot there for Charlie.
That's how you make pocket jacks work.
Yeah, Charlie creeping up there. He's 3/4 of the way to a million chips himself. And Arun is on his second to last free hand before he's going to have to put 32,000 in the pot. He's only got 89,000 left. We have seen Arun spin up some short stacks on our final tables before, so he's definitely capable, but he's going to hopefully get something to play with in these next couple hands. That's just the worst spot to be in when you're you're just bleeding.
You're just bleeding, and you're like, okay, give me an ace and ship it.
Ship it, yeah.
Next on seat 7.
Got our friend Lego in the chat, and R. Stanley, who was with us last week, shouting out Lizard.
Last week I shipped with ace deuce, and it held.
Oof.
It's very rare that it holds, but I was happy that it did.
I've had a lot of those spots where I chose to fold a small to medium pair to a aggressive raise, and then I end up having to shove with the ace deuce, so it's just...
That's a horrible feeling. But
it really is.
Let's see what Link does here with these 5s.
3 raises, 38,000.
It's 38,000.
4 and 5 folds. Next on the big blind.
Icebox.
I love some of these poker names,
right?
don't you?
6 folds.
Cold-blooded, the Icebox. I'm gonna have to ask David someday where he picked that name. And looky there, more chippies going over to Link.
I would like somebody to have a name like Rebuyer.
Yeah.
My name is Rebuyer.
Missed flop.
Yes.
Anthony Phillips wanted to know. He says, "Wait, I thought we'd ICM chop tonight." Well, that was the plan when we didn't think we were going to restore power, but power came on after about an hour and 45-minute delay, and TCH knew that a lot of the players really did want to play out this tournament. It's a big prize pool, and we contacted everybody after they agreed to do an ICM and just said, "Hey, we want to play this out."
Aaron shoves. He's all in. The ace 7 suited.
Okay, all in with the ace 7.
We gotta get a call here.
Yep. Right, with a pair of
R.
ace.
Stanley's rooting for Lizard from Myrtle Beach. Thank you for watching.
Yeah,
from
they were
Myrtle Beach.
baseball teammates back in the day.
That's correct.
Sorry. C2 calls.
77.
77. 3, 4, 5, and 6 fold.
It's going to be back to ADHD.
Okay, pretty much going to be.
Small blind.
7 folds. All hands must be tabled, guys.
Let's see what the race shows here.
ADHD. Folded the Jack 10. There we go. About 61-39.
A little bit more than the race.
Yep.
Got the overcard.
All right, Arun. All in at risk with the ace-7 of clubs. Can he hit an ace, clubs, or maybe a crazy straight to survive here?
Got to hit the window, and there it is.
There's the ace. So now Raid.
With 1 out, because 1-8's dead.
1-8 is dead. And not going to do it. So Arun
Double up.
with a little bit more than a double up. That dead money that was out there with a small blind.
Double up fucks tips.
Yeah. Double up plus. But back to your question, Anthony. Yeah, they really wanted to get a hold of everybody. Thankfully, community. We have everybody's phone number here in the system, and reached out to everybody. And a lot of players couldn't come back, with obligations, so they took the payout money. And then with the remaining players that were able to come back, I think it was 22 when we came back, or was it 19? 19.
19. Three cashed out.
3 just cashed out, yeah.
Which is going to happen. But I think all the small stacks left.
Yeah.
Anything under 50, 75K. I mean, they were.
Just took the cash and gave up.
Misdeal, guys. Bring it back.
Yeah,
misdeal.
Yeah, we had a player grab the wrong card there on that
You
hand.
see that? I thought I saw.
I saw
like,
it too.
Wait.
It's like, I think he grabbed
what's that? An ace king?
Ace king.
Oh, that's the worst feeling. There are poker gods, and they know there are out there. You'll be redeemed by a better hand than ace king.
Yeah, so no full ICM chop. A lot of players just took the money and were not able to come back. But this is the prize pool that remains for these final 9 here. The next guy or gal out will get $15.25. So almost 5x the buy-in today for 9th place. $15,000 up top.
I think the actual values are lower because we did have those chops.
Okay.
We had to pay out the 25 through 37, and the folks who didn't show. So
Numbers might be a little different.
Numbers a little bit different.
Okay.
I think it's 11,000 for first.
Let me go peek out there in a second. We'll get those true numbers to you.
You need that update that graphic there.
Raise 37,000.
Charlie waking up with another nice hand. Ace Queen. He's heating up here. Seat 1 is heating up.
Yeah, he was pretty quiet for the most part. I played with him for about an hour tonight. He was very quiet.
Not a man of many words. Yeah.
Consistent player though, very consistent.
And seat 1 takes it down.
All right, seat 1 is going to take it down. There we go. And reminder of some stuff that we have coming up this week. The Trailblazer Poker Tour that's going on in Austin at the TCH Social. You have the ability to fire day 1 flights here in Las Colinas and Dallas on the 24th and 25th, 11 a.m. and 5 p.m. That is your shot, $800 buy-in, your shot at a $500,000 guaranteed tournament. We're going to smash that guarantee, of course. If you make it to day 2, you will go down to Austin on day 2, but information is on the website. But if you want to play in that 24th and 25th here in Dallas, you can take a shot at it, or the 30th and 31st in Spring and Houston.
Yes, and day 2 is in Austin on April 6th, the weekend after.
Right.
C1, C2 folds, C3 raises.
I think with little under the gun raise here.
Under the gun raise, and
Ooh,
Haley
with the premium hand.
wastes no time. Ace King of Diamonds. She's just going to rip it.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, he's got plenty of chips here. He's been known to call here in this situation.
He says you're ahead.
Yes.
And calls her, and she is indeed ahead.
Yeah.
All right, another player at risk here. Miss Haley at risk. Ace King versus King Jack. Hearts are live now for Link.
He's a jack.
He's a jack and a jack only. Doesn't get it. All right, we have another double up here at the table. Haley is doubled up, and she's now got 526K. So the Ace King, no pair is going to hold.
I mean, sometimes these situations arise where it's just it's a 1 or a 0.
Yeah.
I'm all in or I'm folding. And there's no raise here. There's no call. you're shoving. I don't care if you have 300,000, 500,000, whatever. You've got a premium hand. You got to ship it, especially after a raise like Link's been running hot all evening.
Absolutely. Yeah, the ace king has a player next to her, the big stack open, and she looks down at that. And like I said, she wasted no time, no dilly-dallying, just get it in.
See, yeah, last week big blind started at 10, 20, 20, so we were already getting hit for 40K every time. So this is just a little bit lower because, again, the blind structure was somewhat altered tonight, but we're making do with the situation. I think everybody's happy now.
Yeah, Lego Corey Lefkoff is in the booth with me tonight. RJ Dupree was under the weather today, so Corey's coming in and joining me. And actually, I'm going to have Nick Gwynn in here a little bit. They finished, I think, 11th and 10th, respectively. Yeah, so Nick was our bubble boy today. He's going to come in here in just a little while. But wanted to give
this should be the reward for finishing on the bubble.
Yeah, the bubble.
You get to announce the final table as an insult.
You get to come in and cry about your bad beats a little bit. Yeah,
it's fine.
We do have a rule, though, $5 for every bad beat story you tell.
Oh.
So.
Yeah, I got a lot of those.
Gets back Link with another suited ace, raises it up, does show the ace.
But I had to check, so you know they're not both aces.
14 hands, nobody's out yet.
Link took a little bit of a hit there, but he's still got 2.57 million. But Charlie, Haley, and Icebox are all over $500,000. Charlie at about $750,000.
And when you have that many chips and you call an all-in and lose, and you're still
way
threefold of the second place person,
got to be a good feeling.
It's got to be a real good feeling. Yeah, I've been there a couple times, but not lately.
So Riot is our small stack now. He's in the big blind. Well, hello, Pocket Kings for Suzanne.
Just a raise. Trying to get some people to call with her.
Just a little bit over a min raise, like the sizing. Player's been kind of fluctuating between 36, 38. She goes with 40 here.
And she's going to take it down.
Take it down.
I think she wanted a caller there, but you'll take it.
She's had some nice hands and has faced no resistance. She's okay with that as she's chipped up 364. Yeah, shout out again to Leon and Jay, our GM and AGM, and of course our tournament directors working today. The floor guys, John and Devin, who scrambled together and got this sucker kicked back off. Way late start today, but we're glad to be streaming and here with y'all tonight. Give these players a chance to win a nice prize that they set out for today.
Lizard with a ace queen here. Let's see what he does.
Seat 9 raises, 75,000. One fold.
Ace queen from the cutoff.
2 and 3 fold.
And Foldapalooza.
Yeah, Anthony, definitely reach out to Leon. I don't know if there was an issue. Maybe the contact information they had on you wasn't correct. They did put up some information on Facebook as well. You know, as much as they could to try to let everybody know that we were going to.
I believe you're eligible for a min cash and plus 0.05 per chip is what Anthony's asking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, contact Leon or Jay.
If you had chips, you had 150K in chips, it got bagged and it got taken off the table so they know who's who. So if you come back tomorrow, they'll
take care of you for sure. Yeah, again, thanks for, dealing with that. I know that was a nightmare situation today.
In the hockey world, we deal with a lot of chaos. A lot. Things go crazy, like boards go out, glass breaks. We do a lot of improvising, and it kind of reminded me of that.
C1 raises, 35.
Yeah, dealing with
Charlie's
power
and good hand here.
Technology, not always fun. Yeah, Charlie is staying hot here. Ace queen.
I like these raises there. I'm trying to get people to call with the blinds being, 16, 16. I mean, a min raise should draw some attention.
Rebel Poker is in the chat as well as JD saying great game tonight. Yeah, looking forward to it. Going to be a good one. And reminder that we also have the even bigger one coming up.
Yay.
We got the Trailblazer Tour stuff going on down in Austin, but on the 26th through the 31st, we have our even bigger one, 250K guarantee, double bag bonus for 1,000, or a triple bag bonus where you can either get that triple bag bonus of 2,500 or all of your buy-ins back if you were somebody that fires lots and lots of bullets. So check out those dates, do a screenshot of that. I'm going to put this up throughout the night tonight, but starts on the 26th, the even bigger one here at TCH Dallas.
Anybody need anything, guys? C2 raises all.
It's funny how we go from seeing bluff play to not so many bluffs.
Yeah.
Oh, he's going all in here with ace-8. The cutoff.
Yeah, the amount.
Link loves knocking people out.
He does. And 126, when you've got 2.5 million.
Yeah.
Now, the only thing, you know, he could run into is now that Haley and Suzanne have pretty decent-sized stacks, they could wake up with monsters, but dodges that bullet. So it is the ace-8 and the queen-8. Right, it's got Link dominated, but I'm sure several players today will probably tell you that didn't matter much, having Link dominated, as he's really had a great day today. So let's see if Riot can hold on here.
He pulled a pair. He pulled a 4 on a pair of 4s earlier.
Yeah.
If he pulls a queen here, I would not be surprised.
I agree.
Right, at risk. Oh, he does have a gut shot.
Jack or queen?
Ace
Jack.
needs a jack. All right, Riot is going to dodge that jack and full double up. So
Good job, Riot.
the third player to go all in with a shorter stack and get doubled up. So
Let's see, Link shouldn't be phased because it only costs him 135,000 to call, knock someone out, ladder someone up.
still got 2.45.
Yeah.
And Riot's going to actually jump over ADH Poker, so he's now in 7th place. Arun and ADHD Poker now. Our 7 and 8 seed are going to be our shorter stacks. Blinds coming up,
Arun's
too.
looking at that 32,000 he's got to put up here
Yeah.
shortly. He's like,
Two hands,
you got
right?
hand. I went all in with ducks one time in a similar situation, and I got a 2 on the turn. I was very happy.
Yeah. He was at just 89,000, and of course now he's at 170, so a little bit more of a comfortable spot. Just going to fold. Thank you for the kind words, DFS Brad. I thought they did a great job too. I'm glad I'm not the person that has to make that decision.
76,000.
All right, he's going to rescan his cards there and look down and realize they were trash. All right, Lizard going to take that one down. Cool to have a final table with a couple of ladies on it tonight.
Yeah, Suzanne and Haley. Obviously, I know Suzanne. I've only played with Haley one other time, and she's a very aggressive player.
Yeah.
And she's also a very hard read. And by hard read means I don't know what you have. When I don't know what you have, that's a bad
For
sign
sure.
for me.
She's a lot of fun. And
normally, I kind of know when I'm beat, and sometimes sometimes I fold the best hand. Texas Card House has a lot of women players, which is really good for the game. Good for
great
everybody.
for the game. Can't grow the game without having, over 50% of the population
Yeah, well, what's
involved.
her name won the
Mallory.
Mallory, yeah.
Mallory, yeah.
That was a great run
And
by
Haley
her.
won a tournament here recently too, so love seeing ladies make the final table.
C1 raises 35,000. C5 calls.
There's those crooked aces again.
Yep. So many names for that hand, right? The sailboats, the one-legged aces, crooked aces, fake aces. But see if she can get lucky and spike a 4 like Link did earlier.
Oop.
Oh, 2 pair for Charlie.
That's a good flop for Charlie. 4-1 underdog.
C1 bet 20,000. C5 folds, C1 wins.
That's a slow play. Goes ahead and puts some money out there. I like that, and takes it down.
I mean, obviously you've got to try and get a trips,
Right.
obviously, but you know when you're beat when that board shows up.
100%.
I always tell people sometimes it's not the hands that you win that get you to the final table; it's the hands that you fold.
Yeah,
that get you to the final
100%.
table. Like I fold trip fives today with a flush board, and sure enough, the gentleman showed his flush, and I had flopped the
The
trips.
set there, yeah. Hated it.
Hated it. I mean, it's not too often you get them, and it saved me money in the long run. It helped me get to the last third of the tournament here.
Lizard just going to let go of the queen jack.
Yeah, under the gun is a terrible position for that
Yeah.
for those hands. Suited connectors here. That's not too terrible.
C1 raises, 32,000. 2 through 5, 2 through 6 folds.
ADHD poker.
Half.
Yeah, he kind of have to call there. Small blind.
32,000.
Now, does Arun want to shove with his small stack here, or lay it down and wait for another day?
Not going to shove, but I think he's trying to do the math here, realizing I got 154. I got to call 32 more to potentially win. Pretty juicy pot here.
Well, it's trying to get premium.
Yeah, 96,000 in the pot now.
3 players, guys.
Arun actually flops the best with a pair of sixes.
8 check.
Ace is going to slow him down, though.
See, these are the fun hands I like to play. These three-handed, like who knows what they got. But the ace on the board always makes people a little bit nervous.
Bets, 20,000.
In position bet, very good.
Three to a royal flush in the muck.
8
Arun goes
All in.
There you go. He's got his pocket sixes.
Hard to hit a pair in this game, and he thinks maybe Charlie is bluffing.
There you go. Good job by Arun.
Yeah, great job by Arun.
Read that. He didn't shove. He limped or called,
Called the raise there, yeah.
and then he got rewarded for it. Good job, Arun.
Dane Naughton in the chat saying, Lizard is my hero. Well, we will let him know.
The 6, 7 are in upside down.
Yeah, Lizard and I get a lot of crap for being Eagles fans, but he's wearing his Eagles tonight.
Oh, goodness. He is, as you should. And
Yeah.
I know damn well that I would be getting crap wearing
Oh,
my
my
Cowboys
gosh,
gear
yes.
in Philadelphia. And I'll tell you what, I wouldn't be caught dead wearing my Cowboys gear in Philadelphia.
No, you wouldn't.
Different type of fan.
Dedicated.
Yep.
Arun's got to feel pretty confident after hitting that hand now, getting up over 238K.
For sure.
No
Through 20,
ADHD on the ropes here.
through 20 hands, and we've had 3 all-ins. Players survived, so no knockouts just yet.
There they are again.
Fours, the hot
You ever notice
hand.
that? These pairs always keep repeating themselves over and over again. Today it was eights. I kept getting eights, and everybody else was getting eights.
A lot of players in this situation can choose to just let this type of hand go, 2s, 3s, 4s, but Raid takes the aggressive route. He's going to come in for a raise,
39,000.
and Link just flicks in a call. He's one-upped him with the 5s here. Icebox let go the ace-8. Always fun watching a tournament final table because you see a lot of those hands that we all love to play in cash games.
Yes, 8-8 suited in cash game.
Ace-8 suited, but
Let's see what the flop is here.
you like to just see a flop with those, but tournament's a little different.
Yeah.
You don't get to rebuy. Oh, the 4.
Oh, look at that. Kind of a dangerous board because Link now thinks he's got the best hand.
Of course.
He doesn't have a 4, 7, or 2.
Riot checks, looks at the board. Doing what we all got to do in this situation. Pretend you're not too strong.
Looks like we're getting a chip change out.
Getting rid of those 1K chips.
I feel like they found your chat.
All right, just going to call here. Not a very draw-heavy board, so doesn't need to try to push Link out just yet.
We agree on something.
Check, check. Riot hoping his opponent has an ace. Of course, we can see that.
I think he does a small bet here.
Yeah.
Nope. Oh, he does all in.
Goes for all of it.
See, when you do a small bet, you're trying to obviously gain some chips, but obviously with the trip fours, why not?
Yeah, he's got a set of fours.
Because
wanting
he's going up against chip leader.
Yeah, wanting him to have something here, maybe wake up with an ace on the river. Unfortunately, though, he's just got what's now fourth pair.
If you want to go to the bathroom or anything, you can. You'll have enough time. Yeah, or if you want to go smoke, you should have enough time. Probably 5
And Link's like, would you ever bluff here all in your whole tournament life? I think the answer.
Would you call this as a loose?
No.
Call? Like even with that chip?
No, not with the fives there. I just he called you once on the flop, played it sneaky and checked again on the turn, and then out of nowhere he's jamming the river.
Because I'm thinking right now he hit his ace.
He said you're all good.
Good lay down.
Yeah, good lay down. Fives just doesn't beat much, and not a draw heavy board. There's just not a lot of bluffs there, so very good.
Yeah, he'll watch that on the streams later and say, yeah, that's a good lay down.
Yeah.
Give a shout out to Mika, our dealer tonight.
Awesome. Mika-licious?
Yes. He's knocked me out of several tournaments.
Oh, Micah here.
Micah, yeah.
Yeah. I thought you meant Mika, as in
No.
Mika-licious. Micah will probably not be happy to know that I called him Mika-licious, but Micah's been dealing a long time. All right, they're going to race off these yellow chips real quick. Go through a couple more of our little advertisements that we have. We still have our 9 for 99 special. You cash players out there, you can buy one of these specials at each club, Dallas and Las Colinas, 9 hours for $99. That'll save you $2 an hour. I saw a player next to me had like 24 hours on his account, so he's been loading up. So if you're a cash player and you play regularly, definitely take this opportunity. It doesn't come very often to save a little bit of money.
It's a fairly good deal considering how much time you spent here.
For sure.
Yeah, shout out to John and all the management team here too for handling all the chaos of bagging 37 people's chips and dealing with electrical.
All right, guys, blinds are up. 10, 20, 20.
Where should the button be?
It's going to be handled.
It should be an 8? Okay.
As a poker player, we hate breaks because we just want to keep going. But you need them for your mental break. Because there's a phrase that I say, I got poker brain. And what poker brain is if you've been sitting at the poker table for hours and hours and hours, and like you're like
fatigue sets in.
It really does. You see it more out in the bigger tournaments, obviously, like the
multi-days.
Yeah. The bigger one here coming this weekend, and obviously the circuit tours. But poker brain's a real thing,
I mean, kind of.
as the audience can probably attest to.
I mean, you should have.
Yeah. I mean, you could have left a minute before, yeah.
Oh, look, Link with another pair.
I think our blinds are going to be going up next hand. Still 8, 16, 16 though. So an ace-5 folded there. Lizard with an ace-6 in the small blind.
Not good enough. Ooh, Charlie with a king-queen. That's a decent big blind hand.
He's not scared of the big stack.
King-queen at Texas Card House is usually a good hand.
Yeah.
Definitely a hand that people play a whole different gamut of ways, right? Some people are
Correct.
very aggressive with king queen. Some people a little bit more cautious, but
Yeah.
good
Now,
flop for the eights
You
here.
definitely have to see bet here when you have pocket pair and you hit 2 pair on the board. Just hope he doesn't have a 9 or a 4 or an overcard. He's not afraid.
Raise 105,000. Call 105,000.
Raise in a quick call.
Yeah.
Like,
See, when I see a snap call like that, I that's a read.
shrink up a little bit. You either have to continue the story or you shut it down. Let's see which Charlie decides to do here. Charlie's got a lot of bling on tonight. He's got some gold.
Yeah, that is some serious gold. I couldn't see my cards a couple times through after it was bouncing off the lights that were, when they came back on.
180,000.
Non-believer.
Calls
Yep.
180,000.
So we have got a juicy pot here, 678,000. And one overhits. It is a jack on the river.
Check, check. See 2 pair, 8s and 4s. 8s and 4s takes it.
Yeah, Link was snap calling there. So as a player, when you see something like that, you have to read into that, saying, okay, he doesn't have a bluff hand. He's
Wise decision, right? To shut down, not try to hit him with that third barrel. Obviously, the one overcard does hit that might make him kind of squirm in his seat a little bit, but I think Link would probably still make that call there. And we've got Charlie now down to just 500K, so that took a little bit of a hit there.
Yeah, when we get to the blinds up now, 10, 20, 20, you'll start the stacks getting eaten up pretty heavily.
Which one? Well, I'm sure this time.
Fortunately for Arun and ADHD Poker, they've got a few free hands before they've got to commit that 40,000 to a pot. Icebox been pretty quiet so far.
6 raises, 40,000.
Nope.
ADHD with
Suited,
9 big blinds.
I don't think he's going to be pimping here.
Yeah,
He may be shoving.
shoving is for loving.
Shoving his cards away, it looks like. Wow.
Limping is pimping and shoving
Lizard
is
with
loving.
ace 10 here. Let's see what he does. In the,
9 calls, 40,000. 1 folds.
Thought ADHD might go with it there, but he's going to take advantage of all these free hands as the button is going to do another orbit. Right, looking down at that king 9. That's also a hand that you're never in love with when you see it. Can get you in a lot of trouble. You flop that straight and you think you're golden and somebody's got the ace
well,
king.
I call that the dog hand
Yep.
because it can be a dog. I tell you what. I mean, you got to get it straight on the flop or else you're. That's why you fold king 9.
Yeah, and you don't even know if your straight's good. That's the scary part.
Yep.
All right.
We like to play dangerous hands every now and then,
for
but
sure.
not the final table.
Ace 9 and ace 10 and ace 6 going to battle here. Nobody flops a pair.
You should see some true poker skills here because nobody has anything and they're going to play chicken, or as I call it, checking.
You saw the look on ADHD's face. He had the king jack of clubs. What
Yes,
a flop.
Yes.
Those will haunt you at a table
As a short
sometimes.
stack, yes.
Yeah.
Top pair with a flush draw
6 checks, 9
with the
checks.
king jack that he folded.
All right, there's the
that.
ace.
And
Both
now-
players landing.
This is with a check mark.
9 bets, 45,000.
Probably just a quick call here. Lizard could come in for a raise.
We were feeling you had 5 jack.
He says, I have a feeling you have a set of jacks. So he just calls.
Pair
Nope,
ace.
you win, Lizard.
You win. Yeah, nice hand.
Good call. I thought he was going to think about raising too, but you hear him say, I think he's got a set
Yeah.
of jacks. Okay, I mean, you got to get to that place in your mentality when you're playing poker. Like, what does the other player have?
Yep. I saw actually a young man that we had play on our live stream, a 20-something-year-old player from the Boston area that was on our stream not too long ago, and he was talking about some sessions that he's had recently. He's been on just killing it. so far this year. Well over 6 figures in cash so far this year. And he was playing a long session, and he said, I just realized I was thinking more about my own hand than the ranges of the other players. And he's like, that's when I knew I had to leave, because he was just so focused on his holdings. He wasn't focused on what the other players could have. And so he said, you know what? I knew it was time to get up and just call it a day.
It's a mental sport. It really is. I mean, up, play runs all in.
Arun, yeah, all in with the 2 9s.
Charlie with a callable hand here. Really asking for a chip count, as it's customary.
One of our hockey hands, right? The Gretzky's.
Yep.
Tony Wynn just in time to say, let's go Arun. Arun is all in. Charlie folds. Right, it's got Jack 7 off, so he's going to let that go. And let's see what our big stack. Queen 7 can't call, so yeah. The Ace 10 of clubs is really the only hand that had any business trying to knock out Arun, but he does fold. And
he shows the 9s.
Yeah.
Charlie's thinking, maybe I should have called there.
All right, Tony.
It's tough when you're out there and you're thinking about, do I want to ladder up? Do I want to conserve? Do I have what do I have? That Ace 10, while a good hand, he's underhanded there. He's behind.
So I do have the updated payout number. So we thought we were playing for 15,000 for first and 10,000 for second tonight, as we had 200 players enter this tournament today. But of course, we had the issue with the lights going out, and we did kind of an ICM chop when we were down to like 38 players. So we kind of adjusted the money, and then they made some calls to these players to see if they wanted to come back once we got the lights on about 2 hours later. And some of the players chose to just take a payout, and there was a percentage added to their payout based on how many chips they had left. So I'm going to get you those updated payouts here in just a second. But the big prize tonight is going to be $10,667. So still a really nice payout, and thankful that we were able to take care of those players that couldn't come back to finish this tournament. They did get an ICM chop that was a little beneficial to them.
Yeah, it's been a very strange, long day, but everything's working out as it possibly could.
Strange year, strange day, always something new. Right, gonna raise with a Queen 7. I like that. He's on the button in position, and
there wasn't even a storm. Just power went out.
Just power goes out. I mean, it was windy, but not that windy. All right, so yeah, first place, $10,667. Second place, $6,774. Third place, $39.87. $24.20 for fourth. Everything after that is, under $2,000. But our next guy or gal out is still going to be making $1,069. But yeah, the big prize is almost $11,000 today.
Seat 6 raises $40,000.
And that's what we're all battling for here at the final table. Another spot for ADHD poker. King Jack clubs, Ace 5 of hearts.
At some point, that ace has to lead you into an all-in.
Yeah,
when you're that short stacked here.
9 big blinds, right?
Yeah.
Like, how much better is your hand going to get?
I had 11 big blinds last week with Ace Deuce offsuit.
Just got to get it. Got to get it in
there. After it. Yep.
Of course, we can see it would be kind of bad timing because Charlie's got the ace jack, but you don't know that when you look down at the ace 5 of hearts.
Like I said, when you're short stacked and you see an ace, you got to just ship it and rip it.
Yeah, he's only got one more free hand over there.
These flops have not been hitting.
Nice flop for Suzanne, though. Got the club draw and the gut shot.
6 bet, 65,000.
Icebox going to continue with his
very
king high.
Bet.
Charlie not a believer, but he's just going to let it go.
Suzanne's down too.
Suzanne doesn't want to get out of line either with just a drawing hand.
She doesn't want to finish in ninth.
Yeah, she knows these shorties. Nobody wants to finish ninth, yeah. Yeah, 10x difference between ninth place and first, so.
Yeah. I mean, it's when you're in the seat and you're doing the math in your head, you're like, okay, that's a pretty aggressive bet. What do I have to offer to this hand? Do I just go for it and hope the club shows?
Yeah, I think a play for her could be to shove or fold. You know, you don't want to just keep calling on a draw like you would in a cash game.
Absolutely.
Can't add on chips in a final table.
Nope. Oh, Lizard runs into the tanks.
All right.
I raised to 80,000.
That was kind of an easy bet there.
Takes it down. Now my boy Taylor saying Texas T. I was playing in the 15K, the afternoon tournament, when the lights went out. The floor and all the dealers handled it extremely well and made sure it was fair for everyone, although it wasn't an easy situation.
Yeah, I believe the 15K players got all their
money back
refunded. Yes,
yeah.
It was basically a no event, which again we don't like to lose out on events.
No, for sure.
With the 10 a.m. event, basically 3/4 through, down to 37 players. Again, TCH did an excellent job managing the minefield.
Arun thought about it for a second with the ace-7. Lets it go.
9 raises, 65,000.
I like Lizard's way he's playing. If he's coming in for a raise. No limping is pimping for Lizard.
A lot of rags out there today.
Yeah, ADH Poker's like, really? He says, can I see one card? Get out of here.
You know, that's the one thing, the camaraderie at the poker table. We joke around and laugh. And,
a lot of characters, right?
Yeah, tons of characters. And, you know, it's a lot of money on the line. And, you know, we're at the point we've been here for, 11 hours or whatever, minus the break. It's just good to see the good sense of humor and the joking that can take place.
For sure. That's the cool thing about this Saturday tournament and the other weekly tournaments that we have. Everybody knows everybody, a lot of familiar faces. And,
well, last week I did choo-choo with one chip.
Oh, you did?
I remember I had that one chip.
Yes, that's right. Got it in with the one chip. You were in the seat 5, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love seat 5.
We thought maybe you were going to get a chance to run that up, too, with the one chip.
Write a book about it.
Yep.
C5 raises all in.
All in for Suzanne.
All in. 6 and 7 are out. 8's out.
Looks like that's may hold here.
Yeah.
Unless Link gets a little crazy.
Ace-Jack strong enough.
Last week we had an 8-4 call. Remember that?
Yep.
Fuat with an 8-4 call
right.
on an all-in, which I was very appreciative of with my ace-deuce.
Of course. Mr. Fuat loves to get after it with some 6-4s, and especially early in the tournament. He is a very aggressive player.
Absolutely.
Shout out to our friend Fuat. Yeah, got after it with the 8-4 last week.
I think I played with him at every single table in the last month.
Yeah.
Like, I get drawn to his table for some reason.
At any given moment, you've got a chance to get doubled up by Fuat or knocked out.
That's
he might knock
correct.
you out of the tournament or he might double you up. Those are really the only two options when you're in hands with him, and it's fun to play with him.
And we have 4 players with less than 20 big blinds here, which is not too usual. We may see some all-ins here as the blinds are really starting to take away stacks. Look at 10s, he's thinking.
A little over 18 big blinds for Raed.
Used to raise.
75,000.
Icebox folds his 5s.
And ADH Poker, less than 8 big blinds.
Wonderful, ask for a card. Oh, there he goes.
And he is going to love the fact that he's got
2 overcards.
2 overcards to the 10s when he sees the news course.
He's an overcard underdog.
He doesn't know that we just saw 2 jacks were folded, so running pretty thin
Pretty much needs a queen or a spade run out.
ADH Poker at risk, one of our characters and really fun players here in the room with Queen Jack. Now he's hoping for some sort of a chop.
Chop pot,
A
possible.
7 or a 4 maybe.
Oh,
There's the queen. So we need a 10. 2 red 10s are left.
Jade
No.
comes.
ADH Poker with the full double. Still going to be on the struggle bus, though. He's got still right at 11 big blinds.
Yeah, I know. It doesn't sound fun, but like when you double up, you just gain all this confidence.
You do.
You're just like, oh, I just doubled up.
I'm alive.
And then like I look, I'm like, oh shoot, I'm still short stack. But again, when you do, it's a confidence builder. Absolutely. When
Absolutely.
you win a hand like that, good job.
And I think somebody told him they folded a jack, which you always hate when you're at the table all in and somebody tells you,
like,
"Oh, I had the same hand.
Yeah.
You don't have any outs, bud."
There's nothing worse than when you're being an underdog and you hear, "Oh, I folded a queen."
Don't kill
Like, "Oh,
don't kill the
thanks."
player's hope, you know.
Yeah, there needs to be a 1-round penalty for that.
Right.
Keep that. Need to see Suzanne's cards.
That trap shut. There you go. She's gonna scan him again. Folds to her. There you go. Graphics catching up there, and Suzanne does wake up with an ace-9.
Well, and the low jack here. This is where I shoved last week in a similar position. He's just going to call here. Or raise?
Raise to 50. Yeah.
Just the last hand. I would have had a set. On the what game?
Harley also has an ace.
Well, it's not going to cost him much to call here. Only like 30,000 more.
A lot of players like playing those wheel aces, especially
Yeah.
suited aggressively.
Oh,
But
he lays it down.
nice hand there for Suzanne. Phony Turgeson, what's going on, buddy? Says, hello, everyone. Happy Saturday. Have a great night. Hit that like button. Yeah, thank you very much. Reminder to all you folks out there, smash that like button and hit subscribe if you enjoy watching the TCH live streams. Hit subscribe and you'll get those notifications when we have streams upcoming. We do stream from all of our locations: Austin, Houston, the Rio Grande Valley, and of course here in Dallas. So you can check out some of those other locations. I'll poke around every now and then and watch some of the other streams and watch some of their games. So shout out to all the other TCH live streams. Great poker community here in Dallas. I know you and I talked about it, but the state of Texas just has a great community, and TCH, is such a great company with 6 different locations that just kind of help pull it all together. So
Yeah, Eric, I've been coming here for a couple of years, and the friends I've met here, I know 3 at the table right now.
right,
It's just been great. We
Yeah,
get
really.
together like it's kind of a dysfunctional family, but it's a family nonetheless.
amen.
Oh, right here with a nice little
Big
ace
blind
queen
hand, right?
suited. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a great feeling when you're in the big blind. I had pocket aces. And, oh, there he goes,
Rip City,
and it folds.
quick fold from the ace-4. Yeah, I know we talked about it a little bit when we were kind of really getting acquainted tonight about where you'd played before. You mentioned playing in Houston and up in kind of the northeast coast, and Mitch Lloyd, who used to commentate these Saturdays and deals here. I mean, he's another one that said it. But a lot of our folks that deal for us, they've come from the East Coast and some of these other places, and not just knocking the East Coast, but Texas really does have a community when it comes to poker.
It's very, very friendly.
We're competitive.
It's very competitive.
We'll talk a
don't get me
little
wrong.
trash, yeah, but
Yeah, and their tempers can get flared up every now and then, but it's rare.
It's rare.
It's rare, but for the most part, everybody's in a good mood, good spirits,
Yeah.
cracking jokes.
rooting each other on when they're not in hands. I mean, it's a fun
Haley,
room.
I believe, is the phrase "card dead," which I hate.
Yeah.
You don't ever want to go card dead at the table.
No, you don't. Not at a final table. But yeah,
You're
we've
just
got a
bleeding chips all over the place.
great community here. So if you're somebody watching out there and curious about what it's like to play poker in Texas, I promise you the action is like nothing else, and the camaraderie and really the friendliness. You
Yeah.
might run into one jerk every now and then, but we have a great time here.
Yeah, in fact, I told Suzanne, she just started coming a couple of months ago. I said, "Hey, just come right down to TCH, just right down the street."
She's
from
been
Farmers
coming
Branch. She's been
regularly
coming
ever since.
Ever since.
Yeah.
Every
I
Saturday.
see her face every week.
Yep, this is she's a very solid player.
It does not take much to get people to fall in love here, and A lot of folks have beginner's luck, and that's got kind of what I think the poker gods suck you in, you know?
Oh, yeah. This game's easy.
Yeah. Link is back to doing Link things.
Yep.
Ace, king of diamonds, takes down a pot, and he's...
Actually, he kind of looks kind of bored up there.
He does.
Like, hey, man, I got 2.7 million.
I got a mountain of chips in front of me, and...
He did get up and leave for a hand earlier.
Yeah.
Noticed that. But, you know, it's going to happen when you have that, nearly 4-to-1 stack over second. Wow.
2.7 million for Link. A Rune and ADH poker there. 10 and 11 big blinds, respectively.
I wonder if somebody's going to ask for a chop.
Link will laugh them off the table,
Link
right?
will say no. He was adamant against breaking for the power outage. He was very vocal about it. He had a little over 600,000. I had 390,000. So, ADHD poker.
Surprised he just went with
Snowman.
a raise here, but he is going to give himself some ability to fold if somebody does go over the top. Eights, I think, is a hand you just need to go with, though. If
Ray,
he
it's
does
feeling a little spicy now.
with a 10-3.
10-3 folded.
Link is going to put him all in, though. So let's see.
1,010,000.
ADH poker goes with it.
I'm just trying.
Only
Yeah, you're
7 big blinds behind. I think you just got to get it in here with the eights.
Yeah, I went. I would go. Limping, not pimping. Shove it and run it.
Shoving is loving.
Ah, he shows eights.
Is that an open fold?
Is that an open fold or an open call?
Wow. I just
We had
heard
that
somebody.
situation. We had that situation earlier. tonight.
Arun, I think, is the voice I heard said, "Are you serious?"
Yeah.
We're thinking that in the booth. You know,
Yeah.
not telling him how to play his hand by any means, but you know,
Yeah. We had a situation earlier. The guy turned his cards over and then called.
yeah.
Like it was a cash game situation.
You'll see that every now and then. You know, I'm sure he said fold when he turned him over, but definitely frowned upon to just turn him over, try to get a reaction, and then make a call or fold. But he decided to let that one go. Let's see if that haunts him. The blinds are going to hit him in 2 hands.
35 hands. We're still with 9 players.
He's found the hand he likes.
There you go.
The parking lot hand, ace queen.
Let's see if Link calls.
Yeah, I kind of had him like where it looks like.
Now,
bet-
I do feel probably the
I
same
think
way
he's
he's
gonna
feeling.
call.
I think I'm more comfortable shoving with ace queen than I am with eights,
Yep.
facing a raise. But
Oh, I've got a count ask.
again, it's so hard to get a pair. I think the eights were
You know when
probably
I
a shove.
shoved. You know when I shoved with my one $5,000 chip last week, I thought somebody was going to ask for a count.
Yeah, we thought you were going to ask somebody to see their stack. You know?
Oh, yeah,
Can I
yeah.
see your stack,
Can
sir?
I see your stack? Okay.
All right, thinking about it again. Pairs are hard to get.
Yeah, Anthony, I would have shoved too. But like golf, that was the last hole. What's he thinking about it? Pocket twos are hard to call with, though. I mean,
They are. I mean, granted, he knows he's going to get to see all 5 cards, but what do you do if the big stack wakes up with something behind you
yeah,
here?
you got 2 people behind you. My math tells me to lay down here.
Yeah, I guess 3 really with the button as well.
Yeah,
So
3. Yeah,
he said you're a nice guy.
he'll look at this video later and say, "Wow, good lay down." Haley still in the card cemetery.
Well, what do we know? ADH Poker gets that money that he gave
This.
away with the eights back.
Yep. So good lay down.
Good laydown, right? But he does have the
Hindsight's
blinds
2015.
2015, absolutely.
It's never 2020.
Really? I had 9 10 of diamonds.
Just hearing the words 2015 is just wild. That's 10 years ago. That is
I
just
know.
wild
We've
thinking
come a
about.
long way in 10 years in poker in Texas with the legislation and
Yeah,
the
we
laws
have.
to play here, and it is called Texas Hold'em. And I was tired of driving to
Oklahoma to play Texas or
Hold'em.
Louisiana or New
or
Mexico.
Louisiana or New Mexico, or go to Vegas.
Yeah,
obviously.
just
but-
asinine to have to leave the state to play a game named after us. Another spot there, ADH Poker under the gun with Queen Jack, uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's you usually get when you get the cards in waves like that. Oh boy, Charlie with the Cowboys.
His spidey
Wearing the
senses must
cowboy
be off,
hats.
right?
Yes.
Cowboy hat on, 2 kings.
Oh,
Didn't make it very big either, you know, so a lot of players will
I
kind
play
of make
with-
that mistake of raising bigger when they have a bigger hand, and you can kind of spot that out. He's just going to keep it smaller, 45,000.
Yeah, that's only 25,000 over the. Well, and there's this. You're going to get a call with that.
Yep.
That's what you want.
You're hoping the ace magnet doesn't.
We haven't seen
Hit.
aces yet, have we? Out of 20
No.
some odd hands. Ace king, but never. All right. Let's go heads up.
We did. Link had the aces.
Oh, that's right. Let's
Yeah.
go. Yeah.
Yeah.
How could I forget?
Early on, within like the first 3 hands, he has aces, right?
That's right. I've tried to block him out of my mind.
595.
Always got to feel good here.
I like the sizing. He's betting small,
Yeah.
maybe wanting to give him an
Okay, when
opportunity
you see a
to.
small bet like that, what are you thinking? Like, okay, you have
It's one of two things, right? He's either got a huge hand or he's completely missed.
Oh, he's bringing him in.
75,000.
And that's what Ride was thinking. He must not have it. And Charlie is going to let him know
Right.
real quick that he does indeed have it.
Now, Charlie's thinking here what you're supposed to do. You're not supposed to immediately just shove, jam, do whatever. Just
Get overly excited.
get overly excited, spill your chips, turn your cards over. There's the choo-choo.
Raises all in.
He's like,
He
whoops.
doesn't like it.
Now that was a
That's
whoopsie
a very
daisy,
good, very good there. You know what? I'm going to put a small bet on Charlie at 10-1 to win this thing.
but all right.
Even though he's still underdog by a lot, but
You heard it there. Corey's got 10-1 on Charlie to win this whole thing.
Link is minus 150 or minus 200.
Who's taking that? Who you guys got out there? Do you have one of the 2 ladies, Haley or Suzanne, taking this sucker down? Yeah. That's a tough subject in the city of Dallas too, right?
Yeah.
The Kennedys.
Well, I mean, you said ace big. I just know what kind of pair I have.
All right, so ADHD is in the blinds now. A smaller stack.
Haley looks very bored.
She does.
T5 raises.
Suzanne with a
50,000.
little ace here on the button. That's good strategy with 3 players. With an ace, usually you're pretty good. You just want to, oh, shove a palooza.
Rip City.
Now that is a true coin flip. And she's going to lay it down.
Nice aggressive play by Icebox. You might be thinking, what the heck is he doing? Jack 10 suited, but it's one of those spots and one of those hands. It may not be the strongest hand, but it's so connected to so many different boards. If you do get called,
that is one of my favorite hands, Jack 10.
yeah, if you do get called, you're in a decent situation. You know, worst case scenario, you run into a big pair. You know, you have some outs there with the suited card and the cards that obviously make a lot of straights. So nice aggressive play there by Mr. Icebox, David. We have a giant mosquito hawk that's joined us in the booth.
Yeah, I saw
We'll
that.
just let him do his thing. Just don't land in my mouth while I'm talking. Jimmy Pierce joining us, saying, "Go Haley."
Oh, there's an all-in with ace 7 suited. Oh, look at Link.
Oh my goodness!
See? It's unbelievable.
Linkovich.
I wonder what he's going to do here. I think it's just a call or an all-in. It's a raise. Get everybody shoved off the
240.
hand. Well,
No, he just called. Link did just call.
yeah, look at
He
that.
tried to invite some other players in,
Yep.
like Arun with
When you
Queen
have
10.
$2 billion in chips, you can do that.
Aces, rut-row. Worst case scenario, hearts,
He needs hearts and sevens.
hearts, sevens, some sort of crazy
He's a,
straight draw.
again, almost 5-1 dog here.
All right, right at risk with the ace-7 of hearts. Just running into it.
You see the look on his face when he saw the aces?
Yep.
He was just like, ugh.
Let's see if he can get lucky here.
Hearts are fine, man. Hearts are like a bill bag. So is 7.
Oh, they're cheering for him.
Backtrack and look away again,
Yeah, I see you
right?
tomorrow. Hey.
I'll call you if you win, okay? Just don't look
Oh, he's
back.
standing up.
Yeah.
Oh, he's in bad shape. Running hearts,
1 heart.
running 7s.
Oh, there's a
Uh-oh,
heart.
there's a heart.
Oh, look at this. It's never easy.
6 outs
It's
only.
never easy with aces. Oh,
Oh.
we got it. And we have our first player out.
First player eliminated is Riot, somebody who's made a ton of final tables, not only on this Saturday tournament, but our other weekly tournaments, the nighttime tournaments. He plays some of the
GG,
dailies
Riot,
as well.
GG.
Yeah, great job. He's going to finish in 9th place, $1,069. So great job, Riot. Got you a few more bullets for whatever your next tournament is. We know we will see you out there.
And the rich gets richer.
That's right.
Link over 3 million in chips now.
Blinds are up, guys. Give me 15,000 small, 30K big, 30K.
I was gonna say he's our first player over 3 million. He's
And
been our only player over $1 million this entire time. Now he's over 3 million.
Yes. And now we have poker inflation. 15, 30, 30.
That's right.
So we may see some more all-in fests here, especially from the smaller stacks.
Yeah, Arun with just 6 big blinds now. In ADH poker with even
Look at
fewer.
Lizard just floating up to second place here.
With 575.
Yeah, I know.
Next closest player to Link is 500,000. That is insane.
The average stack is below everybody else.
Yep.
Raise 70.
Now he gets aggressive.
Yeah, he's got the opportunity now.
Oh, Suzanne with the cells.
All in.
She's moving all in with her 4s.
Sailboats for Suzanne. I don't see any 4s being folded.
9's out.
I'm completely priced. Again.
I'm completely priced in, he said. And she's like, okay, we're flipping.
All right.
52-48. See if Suzanne can hold. She is all in and at risk here with the pocket 4s. My co-commentator's friend, Suzanne.
King and a 9. Not in the window. Oh, there's a club. Still holding on. Oh, she's going to get discounted. No ace.
There you go.
Oh, 9.
Oh, the
There
9
it
does
is.
hit. Ah,
It's always the river 9.
it's always the stinking river.
GG, Suzanne.
Great job, Suzanne. She is going to finish in 8th place. Another final table for her. Player that you mentioned has been pretty new to our room the last few months and has been regularly coming and always fun when we see her.
9
So
on the river. She's going to hate that.
$1,210 for her troubles today. Long day of work, but well worth it for her. Great job, Suzanne. And we are down to 8. We do still have one lady remaining. That's Miss Haley there in the 4 seat.
Yeah, pocket 4s, and you hold on for so long, and then that river comes and washes it away. Lizard with jiggities.
C9 raise is 115,000.
115.
18 big blinds for him. Nice hand there. No resistance. There's a Lizard now with 605,000. So Lizard is the next closest to Link with just 20 big
When
blinds.
was the last time we saw an imbalance like that? Where the
I don't know
chip
that we've
leader
had a
was-
final
I mean,
table
It's
in a
very
long
rare.
time. Yeah.
I mean, when you run hot and run good, you run good, right?
Recent final table besides
Really
Link.
nobody that threatens him right now.
You want in February? You want in February?
Oh, Charlie with the ace king.
Big slick there for Charlie.
C1 raise is
Looks like a
115,000.
nickname he might have been called at some point in his life. Big slick, right?
And Link, of course, is going to call with all of his chips.
And why not?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, sure. This is where the game of poker gets tilted. When you have that many chips, you can afford to make calls like this. Hope to get like a club flush or a queen or a club
Oh,
flush.
wow, yeah. Jack 9, or
Charlie's got
Jack
the king,
4.
Charlie's got the king of clubs, though.
And it was an
Oh,
all
wow,
in
all
and a snap call.
Wow.
Here we go. Charlie's going to be at risk.
11 outs for Link, so know your outs, kids.
Charlie's okay with clubs as long as you put 2 more out there, not just 1.
Yes.
No pair for either player, so ace-king in the lead, but just barely.
Oh,
That's
that
a big
helps the
card
ace.
for Charlie. Just got to dodge a queen or a 9.
Oh, and the
And the
club
cl-
comes
or the
out.
club, and the club comes. Oh.
Man.
Wow.
Good job, Charlie. See?
The rich do get richer. Link
Good game.
dragging in a pile of chips to add to his super island over there, all by himself. 3.86. He is nearing 4 million
I
in
think he
chips.
can walk away and still finish second.
Oh my goodness.
Or still finish first. Let them duke it out.
Ready, chop? Okay. I'm sorry. Go back to the
Give him first place in
When you say one time,
Uh-oh. Are we hearing chop talk?
We don't say the C word.
Nope.
Oh, good point.
I'd probably say per day. I mean, that's what I said. Everyone else is saying. I mean, it's probably per tournament, but it's like it's already right now. It should be once every 10 times. If you use one time and then you lose, do you get the
Lizard, king, queen.
T9 raise.
Come out with a raise here in the button.
Yeah, we were talking about it.
Oh, I thought Link was going to call with his suited cadooders.
Riverman.
You're from start to finish, man. Really is. I mean, you play well.
I mean, what do you mean? I hit the river. Really playing well.
Well, I'm talking about you got here.
So yeah, 1.9, almost 2. There's 2 million in play that aren't Links.
No, good
Link's
Lord.
got almost 4 million out of the 6 in play.
Yeah, previously, yeah.
Oh, he's going to shove with the 10-8.
10-8,
Seven's all in, raise all in.
It's one of my favorite hands, too. I like 10-8 suited.
suited semi-connector.
Not to go all in with, but
Yeah.
let's see what this kind of... Let's see if it entices a call from our chip leader.
Count.
He wants a count. He's got a pair, of course. Great situation for ADH poker, though. If he does get called.
145. 145 all in.
Yep,
Well, at this point,
making the call.
All in the call.
Haley
Ooh.
waking up with a pair.
she hasn't played too much this entire time, so... Oh, she lays it down.
Does lay it down. And
Oh,
another pair.
Oh, when
Goodness.
it rains, it pours.
That is 2 of the 8s that ADH poker could need.
I was trying to make a
He
move.
lays down the 5s. Wow.
We're flipping.
Really?
Yeah.
I have outs?
Haley sees the 8s, and she's like, I should have called.
Against the giant Goliath over there.
I hate to break it to you, but
I don't know. I feel like
not
it's
coming.
coming.
Now, the way Link's been running, he's going to get 2 2s on the flop.
Link just said, I hate to break it to you, it's not coming.
Wait,
That confident right now, the way things are running for him. All right.
Oh, straight draw.
you got a lot of outs now.
Gut shot, backdoor hearts. There's the 10. Just got to fade a 2 now.
What they call me, right?
There's only 1 deuce left, the deuce of hearts. And no.
One time.
There you go. So ADH Poker going to win 220,000 there. Chips up to 365 and
Yeah.
survives.
All these players know they're tremendously underhanded to Link, so they're just going to have to do stuff just like that.
Yep.
I'm surprised Haley didn't at least come after it. She's been quiet tonight.
God, and she would have got it in so good against the 10-8.
Yeah.
And he would have hit the 10 on her. But if she piles her chips in, Link might be incentivized to call her all in, and so she would have gotten a little side pot there. And and still been in good shape. But lives to fight another day, as does Icebox, who folded his pocket fives.
They're also thinking about laddering up too, so
For
that
sure.
comes into play.
They're not huge ladders, but at the end of the day, they really are going. They want to win this tournament,
Absolutely.
so they're going to take risks as they see fit. Playing for almost 11,000.
I think we're going to see Link play a lot more looser, like with hands like this: King 3, Queen 5, Queen 9, just to get people off of hands.
And gets the chips pushed his direction.
He was doing that earlier tonight too. He was betting aggressively with chip stack, and people were folding, obviously.
It was a classic flip.
It's something like I like to call momentum poker, where you have a good hand. Like pocket twos are not great, but now people are thinking, oh, he has another pair.
For sure. All right, we've got 7 players left. The next guy or gal knocked out will get $13.55. Big pay jumps really start around 4th place as it gets up to almost 2,500.
It's a good undergun fold.
Link's looking for some ibuprofen. He's running so good, it's making his head hurt.
He's got a headache from all the good hands he's getting.
Running good, playing good. It's got to be a good feeling, but got a little headache. 10-8, there we go.
Yeah, he said Lizard should have called that.
And number 46.
I can't remember if I had if you have a headache with that much chips.
That one actually stayed in. Crazy. Crazy.
Well, thank you all again for tuning in this late night tonight. Late start tonight after we had some electricity issues today at TCH in Dallas, but we got this tournament put back together. There's ADH Poker taking one there. But I had the privilege of having a guest commentator with me. And Corey, you're going to have to say the last name again. Lefkoff?
Lefkoff, yes.
Lefkoff. All right. Corey Lefkoff is in with me. Great friend of the chat. He was on our final table last week. And also does a little bit for the Dallas Stars. Does some work with the hockey team and some media as well. So wanted to give him an opportunity. We're thinking about now having the bubble or the second to bubble. That be your punishment, is that you have to come in here and commentate if we're shorthanded, as RJ Dupree was sick tonight. So, Corey, thanks again for tuning in. It's been a lot of fun.
I appreciate this. This is really a fun and entertaining event to watch these really strong players play the best game on earth.
Absolutely.
It really is.
For so many reasons, I agree.
The popularity is really starting to boom again. Obviously, the 2000s, early 2000s internet boom was one, but I think we're seeing a second boom now with all these card houses popping across not only Texas but throughout the country.
Right. Yeah, the Euros and other countries, people are, flying into America to play in these games. So.
Yes.
All right, we have King 9 crime here. We're going against each other. One of them flops way good here, a flush draw. And, yeah, betting into the big stack. Link says, I'm just going to get out of the way. So ADH Poker on maybe a little bit of a mini heater here. One of our favorite characters at the table. I know he came into one of our weekly tournaments a while back that we had with a pillow, a zip pillow, and he stuffed it with $1 bills. And he was going to give all those $1 bills to whoever knocked him out. That was really a cool thing. He's just a fun guy at the table and came up with that little clever idea that kind of put a little bounty on himself, and it was a pillow full of $1 bills.
Yeah, that just goes to show the characters of the people that we have around here. Solid character.
Arun is all in with the lucky sevens. Lizard doesn't want to get after it with the mumbler. 5-3.
Link's going to think. No, he's not going to think. He's just going to call.
He's like, I'm probably live.
Yep.
He's live. Sevens versus the queen nine. So Arun is at risk. He was super short earlier, got all the way down to 89,000. He's laddered up a couple spots, but he is now at risk.
I'm getting a flip more than I ever thought I'd be able to flip. Flipping every hand.
Good flop here for the sevens.
Sevens are holding for now.
Uh-oh, spade coming in.
Oh boy, you know what's next, don't you?
Yep. Is Link
A
going to knock
13
another
outer.
player
A
out?
13 outer. A
Oh, of
13
course he
outer.
is. No spade, just give him a queen on the river. And Link continues to mow everybody down like
Yeah.
he's Tony Montana.
He's just taking it's
No, I
just
just
snow plow through this whole tournament here.
He is just killing folks.
Although I did. No, I was like, okay.
Well done, Mr. Link, but he's getting it in, good spots. He's using that big stack correctly, and what a run we're seeing here for Link.
I've just got us, what, 4?
Well, that is going to do it for Arun. He is going to finish in
Yeah, that was a good one.
sixth place, 1355 for his troubles today.
GG Arun. Sorry
yeah.
you had to run into the snow plow.
We know damn well that he is going to be back on another final table, so we will see you soon.
I'm trying to. It's not always easy, man.
It's not a constant flip.
I know.
But if you get tired of it, I'll switch you.
So now we're down to 5 hands. You're going
Yeah.
to see people play a lot more marginal hands, I would call them. Like ace 2, I would call it marginal hand. But let's just going to take that down with his king 8 bet.
And by the way, your dark horse there, the 1 seat, did not pull through.
No, he
so
did not. He got run over by Link. Link is now minus 10,000 to win this.
all of us in the chat missed our opportunity to take Corey's bet as he took Charlie.
Well, Charlie was getting some cards
Charlie was
there.
getting hot there for a
He was
minute.
getting hot there, and you got to watch for that because
Yep.
when you get momentum, it can really. I mean, we've all had our chip stack just get whacked out.
Absolutely. Running good,
By,
and then you just
someone
get,
running good. You just get all frustrated, and you start
Yep.
playing hands you don't normally play.
like, takes your legs out.
900K, 900K.
Hey, it should count.
Link goes. It's gonna get a
Yeah.
chip count.
So it's funny when Link rips it all in. The all-in amount is 515,000.
Yes.
That's the next closest one to him, as he's got near 4
That was
million.
probably top of range, honestly.
Yeah, 5-handed, king queen, super strong, and when you've got that many chips,
King, queen off.
of course, Lizard does have 710K, so that's the next closest. But any all-in from Link now, worst case scenario is going to be 700,000.
Yeah,
Of
I,
his-
and I wouldn't be surprised if he does it again. if he
1/5
gets a
of his stack.
Decent hand, like
Right.
Hey, all in. Come get me.
Yeah, the biggest stack of the player only has
Oh my
1/5
goodness, look
of
at
his
this.
stack. Sevens now. The hand he just
He looks at the
defeated.
blinds and he's like, I'll raise 150 here.
Raise 80,000.
80,000.
Raise.
All
play
in.
it.
Ship it. Oh, hello.
Yes.
Haley with the kings. Great spot for
Cowboys.
Haley. There's a 7 that Lizard has, so Haley in a good spot
That's
here.
an auto call.
Auto
Haley
call
looking
for
to
Link.
double up.
Can
Huge
the
favorite
last woman standing survive here? She's got the Cowboys.
The ones now, Link has a 1-outer with his 7, right?
Yeah.
Because there's a dead 7.
Got to hit some straights or the only 7.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, he's trying to put some juju out in the air.
I know, I'm just saying.
Wait, I actually might want.
Miss Haley is at risk here.
That'd be
Yours
really
avoids from being shifted.
Say it under your breath if you're going to do it.
2 diamonds. He does have backdoor diamonds now.
good.
Only 1 7, the 7 of hearts.
Nope. All right.
Gonna have to be that card, the 7 of hearts, and only the 7 of hearts. Shoo!
I love
She
how
survives.
I love how the dealer flips that last card over.
Yeah, Micah just kind of flips it over.
All my life to get kings.
Good job, Haley. Nice double.
80 slaughter one time.
Nice hand there for Haley. Give a shout out to Haley if you are a friend or family member in the chat. I know when we had her on the first time, our chat blew up. She's been a photographer for the WSOP for a
Yes.
long time, and just recently moved to Texas and got engaged to another awesome poker player in our room. So great to have her in the DFW area, calling this home now, and seeing her make some really good runs in tournaments and, of course, cash games as well. So Another really good
But it
poker
rates
player.
at fours.
Fours all in.
Here we
She
go.
is all in again.
Let's see if Link will catch the bait here.
9 full.
Oh, he doesn't want to do it. With
No, he
King
doesn't
10.
want to double her up again.
He learned his
King
lesson.
10 of hearts, yeah. You know, and he's probably thinking, hey, she's got a little momentum now. I don't want to let her get on a roll here.
You have another 10 or an ace.
Micah doing a great job dealing. He's been dealing since what time did we start this? About 10:25.
10:25, yeah. A little late night. We normally start around 9 o'clock or so,
Yeah.
so we lost about an hour and a half.
I know the TCH Las Colinas room is booming because all the cash folks had to go that direction.
There was a traffic jam on 635 for a little bit there.
And it's like there almost always is, but there was like this weird like
Yes,
10
everybody
mile
was exiting off the one the one ring.
the one same exit, yeah. ADHD going to take that one down. Continuing to spin up what was once a super short stack.
Seats, I mean, players 2 through 5 right now are pretty much 100,000, 200,000 apart.
Yeah.
So at this point, the game becomes, okay, do I want to ladder up or do I want to get after Link?
Mitchell A joining us.
Yeah, he's got, I'm thinking you're going to shove here.
7
Nope.
raises, 75,000.
545, yeah, in a stack. He's going to put in a decent size raise.
4 full. 6.
Yeah, no resistance. Going to take down some chippies there. Mitchell joining us. Do you remember a tournament that has been so one-sided at a final table here, Mitch, where one player just has so many more chips than everybody at the table? The next closest player has just a fifth of his stack, not even. We're going to surprise you with another cool guest here after this hand. But again, thank you again, Corey, for joining me today.
Yeah,
this has been a lot of fun. Yeah,
I really enjoyed it. Got to see the inner workings here, and again, getting
75,
bubbled. You should
raise,
get to
raise,
do
raise.
this on a regular basis. Oh,
Yeah.
Haley's going all
if
in.
you're anywhere near their bubble, you should get to come in and cry a little bit, but have a little fun too, you know.
Yes.
Haley all in with the eights, going to take that one down. Yeah, thank you again, Corey, and
Eric,
we will
it's
see
been
you
a
again, my
pleasure.
friend. Be safe driving home to McKinney.
I'll be here for the big one next
The even
weekend.
bigger one, absolutely.
So
All right.
I'll enjoyed it. Thank you very
GGs.
much.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
Everybody shout out to Mr. Corey for joining us tonight in the stream, helping out RJ Dupree, who was a little under the weather tonight, and we needed some relief.
The light's been on for like
I enjoyed doing these, by myself because you guys in the chat make it fun, but it's always nice to have a guest with me, and I've got another guest, Bubble Boy himself,
Yeah,
Nick Gwynn. What's up, buddy?
brother?
How are
Chilling,
you?
bro? I got 16th in this tournament, and I'm Mr. Second Place from last week. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Second place last week's tournament. Nick Gwynn now joining me in the chat, and you've been out there playing some cash after busting out. You said 15th?
16th.
16th. Okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
16th in this one out of 200. Still a good run, obviously. Not the run that you wanted, but I wanted to have you come in because you've had some really good tournament runs, not just here, but at Choctaw and some other places in the last year or so. So getting another tournament player voice, kind of in here in the booth and just, give your analysis a little bit. That way I'm not stuck in here by myself. But appreciate you agreeing to come in here and help us out with RJ out tonight. But how'd you feel about the tournament today with, everything that happened with the crazy lights going off and just normally just such a great tournament, but we just had that crap happen today. And
Yeah, I felt like the staff handled it very well. They gave the players an opportunity to come back and play if they wish, and they also gave the players ICM chop opportunity if they didn't wish to return. And I thought that was a very fair decision amongst all the players. I know a lot of players were upset not being able to come back, whatnot. So I think all the players that did want to come back did, and they either busted or they're fighting for their lives right now in the tournament. But I appreciate all the kind words. I have had some pretty good tournament success. I did really well. I had 3 final tables in Choctaw. I final tabled last week, and I was close close run this week or whatever. But
well, we're seeing you out there almost every Saturday now. So you're just like a lot of these other folks, you're becoming a staple in the room. So love giving folks that are here every week and friends of ours. You're obviously a buddy of mine, but like seeing that. So glad you're here. We're gonna get to this hand real quick though. Lizard on the button. He's got a couple of ladies. He's your pizza buddy.
yeah, my pizza bro. So every time we play a tournament together, we order Grimaldi's pizza. If you haven't had it, it's cold-fired pizza. Not trying to get a sponsor or anything, but
Yeah, Grimaldi's is the bomb.
Amazing pizza.
Lizard waking up the ladies. He's gonna take that one down.
It looks like everybody's in ICM suicide right now. It's crazy.
And just in time for you to join me, we've got your buddy Brad, my buddy Brad too, calling you Knit Gwyn.
Nick Gwynn,
Not Nick, Knit.
Brad of all people calling me a nit.
Right.
That's quite surprising.
Well, he's notorious for
Trolling.
trolling, absolutely. Yeah, ask him where he finished, Lego.
Yeah, Brad, where'd you finish?
Uh-oh.
No one cares, Brad. Run bad.
Haley all in. Link went all in first, so yeah, look at this. Great spot for Haley. Link taking a shot here with the suited Canuter with his big stack, but Haley waking up with a couple of tanks. How do you feel about the button here trying to just take down the blinds with the big stack?
I like it, but I think shoving is the wrong play. I know he's, as you guys experienced for me last week, I was chip lead up until heads up. I think you can open to 2.5 to 3x and then just fold to any aggression in these spots personally. I'm not some super pro, but I think those are the spots that, especially in this, you really don't want to be calling off at 8 high. Yes, you want to put your players, and Haley especially, in this ICM crunch because she's supposed to fold a lot of hands. But I think you can accomplish that with a 2.5, 3 big blind raise. And then anytime you face aggression, your opponents are nutted or have an extremely strong hand like Miss Haley does.
Graphics, we're getting caught up. Here we go to a flop. Oh, he asks for diamonds, and he gets 2 diamonds. Oh, my God.
Heavenly.
She's got a diamond, though. She still has outs. Ace, 10, or diamond. 10!
Oh, my God.
Hello.
Sick. Oh.
We call that a 10 for the win right there.
Whoa.
We're going to high five on that one because that feels good. Look at the smile from Haley.
Look at that.
That was nasty. Man, I thought Link was going to knock out another player and just continue to grow his obnoxious stack. But here we go. Haley is now the first player at our final table other than Link to get over $1 million. Like, we've gone 2 hours, and he's been the only player to have over $1 million chips. So we've got, a battle now.
Yeah, there's definitely play. Now, Link, this move doesn't really work that he pulled last time because now if he doubles up Haley again, she's chip leader. So he has to be a little bit more understanding and conservative
and
in
go
those
with
spots.
that 2 to 3x versus
that's what I would
3
do.
to 4x if he wants to go large.
That's what I would do. A lot of players don't do that concept. They just think max pressure, max ICM crunch, especially because Haley has to fold so much now that she has double all these other shorty stacks. Like, she's capped to folding very, very strong hands.
Well, Link is taking that same aggressive line here. Icebox all in with only 395. Link calling him down, so Icebox is now the player at risk. See if David can hold with ace-jack. Hearts, that's a good flop for the ace-jack. Ace of hearts.
This pot chops a lot, though.
Does.
All right. Let's get a hold here. Come on, Icebox. Nice hold.
Icebox is going to hold, yeah. And having you in the booth next to me, like just hearing you say the things that you're saying, it's like when you're a player and you play this game regularly, like you kind of root for the better hand to win, right? Like if you've been on the wrong end of bad beats before, like you're not rooting for a player, you're really rooting for the hand. Well, let's just hold.
Well, let's be honest. Like all the other players and that are sitting there want Link to win and get their pay jumps.
They want their pay jumps.
So like you reverse sweat people when you're on the table.
We're the only ones rooting for David right there. Yeah, everybody else wants the knockout.
Yeah, we want the entertainment. We want the stream to go and entertain us for sure. So how about you? How was your tournament grinding
Hadn't been playing. Of course, I don't play in many of these because I know I'm going to be working at night. But I'm going to be playing in the even bigger one coming up. I've made a lot of day twos in those. I just have the deepest I've made it is 19th in that one. So I'm really looking for a deeper run. in that. So looking to fire at that next week. Of course, everybody, that starts on the 26th, the even bigger one here. That is our monthly 250K guarantee for only $300. They're doing this crazy $1,000 double bag bonus and the triple bag bonus for $2,500 or all of your buy-ins back. If you're somebody like Nick Gwynn next to me who might, every now and then fire about 10 bullets. But I digress. It's a great tournament and a great opportunity to get you one of those big scores, a nice bankroll builder if you can win that sucker, because it's normally 60K plus for first place.
Oh yeah, between 60 and 80,000.
Yeah, for $300. I mean, that's just silly.
Great values.
Once a month, you have an opportunity to
the best tournurnament in the state that happens every month. I
mean, for some people, it's like, hey, I have an opportunity once a month to double my salary. On a
great.
$30K or $300 buy-in. Let's go.
All right, Lizard.
Playing a little lizard hand here.
Yeah, so like
Raisin gets it through.
Doing this, especially when the big stack is the big blind, is not very smart. Love Lizard, my pizza bro, but that's bound for disaster because, like I said.
Well, did Haley limp in there? Was she limped in and under the gun, and it looked like she folded? And I was looking at the hand, and so he was small blind, betting into both of the big stacks.
Yeah. I mean, that's rather
a recipe for disaster.
Also, Lizard. If you guys know Glenn at all, his image is very tight, so maybe he's utilizing that tight image to kind of get chips, so he's not blinding down.
For sure.
Obviously, he is short, so you can't always just make a hand or wake up with a hand. Sometimes you have to use the image.
Yeah, and he's seeing Haley grow her stack, so now he wanted to. Pair and pair here. This could be trouble, and Haley's got one of each. That is trouble for Lizard.
See, this is where Lizard should have just calculated to see where the other stacks are and then either decide. You should never be calling here. It's either shove or fold. Make your decision there because this hand doesn't ever flop well.
Boom, 5 in the window. We've already been out flopped. He goes all in. Snap call from Link.
Yeah, this is just.
I mean, does he have any outs? Hearts?
Yeah,
straight outs and hearts is all he has. So
this is a pure punt by Lizard.
Lizard's in trouble. Great man though, and the pizza bro.
Heart first sweat. 4 hearts.
Yeah, let's get a sweat here, Micah.
4 hearts, Micah. Give my man a sweat.
Haley probably not let him know that she had one of each, but yeah, case 5 lands. Got to be some running hearts or running straight cards for Lizard, or he is whamboozled.
4 of hearts. Let's go, Micah.
7 or a 4 of hearts one time. How about a queen? And he is drawing dead as a doornail.
Well, GG's, Lizard. Glenn.
GG's.
Thank you again for another deep run. This is his 4th final table in like a month.
Yeah, he's been doing awesome.
What an incredible player. This was a little bit of a mistake. I'm sure he'll go back and understand and see why. But still a great run. He plays really well. Really good, solid tournament poker player. And I'm sure we'll see him again next week.
We absolutely will see Glenn again. So good job, Lizard. $1,877 for his troubles today, 5th place. Now the real pay jumps start getting in. We're almost to $2,500 for 4th place. So it jumps up from $39.87 to then $67.74. And, of course, first place today, after all the adjustments that we made with the ICM chop for the few of the players that couldn't come back when we had the power outage, first place is going to be $10,667. So still a really nice prize for a $360 one-day tournament.
Exactly.
Wow, Haley getting after it now. Uh-oh. Easy call here for the icebox.
This is fine by Haley. This is kind of standard blind versus blind stuff.
Right. She just ran into it, right?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, obviously he has to wake up with a hand. Unfortunately, she's under like this weird ICM pressure, even blind versus blind, because she doesn't want to double one of these guys up, and now she's short or tied for short stack. And this just really hurts her, realization of, getting second place or better.
Brad, we're going to get back to your question because I've been wanting to ask Nick about that for a minute here. He made me eat my words when I called him patient.
Oh yeah. Trust me, I had to hear about it by many, many people, to include Brad and all my other family and friends that were watching. And you know, let's see.
Yeah, Icebox holding on. Dodge a 10 or a 7, and he does. So Haley just runs into it there. Icebox woke up with a hand in the big blind, the parking lot hand. He doesn't have to go start the car. He's going to hang around for a little bit longer and have almost 900K now himself. Haley going to get down to 540, but still in this thing. Blinds are at 20,000, 40,000, 40,000. Not really a misstep. She just ran into it there four-handed.
So about this 10 deuce hand. So
last week we thought you were, going to come back and maybe make a run at this, and I just got done saying, man, Nick's going to be patient though. He's going to pick a spot, and Nick gets a 10 deuce offsuit and just gets after it, huh?
So credit to Fuat.
Fuat, yeah,
the guy that beat me heads up. He changed his game a little bit heads up, and he was like doing more trapping and stuff. And obviously in heads up you do have to make bluffs, and I blamed it on fatigue, but I should never be shoving 10 deuce. I just thought Fuat would show my shoves a little bit more respect, and obviously he just lip trapped with the pair, and heads up pair is great for like 50 lines.
Another shove from Haley, Jack 10 of hearts, and Link just is like, you know what, I'm sick of doubling people up. I'm going to take a breather. He folds the pocket fives face up and lets Haley know that I'm willing to make these folds. I'm not just going to double you up there, but I'm probably not showing that hand if I'm folding there.
You should not. I think as a chip leader, also in theory, I think he's supposed to
make that call. Yeah. She had 500K. Yeah, I think he's still going to have $3 million if he makes that call and knock a player out.
Yeah, it's not really affecting his stack. Maybe he's intimidated by the remaining players. Maybe he thinks Haley is one of the better ones, and he's trying to, keep her from having any chips to really, extend.
Right.
This is a open. She opened to 85, little min click.
And the jiggities here, the two red jacks.
So since the chip leader's in the big blind, here's the sick part. Like, you can either shove this hand and just hope you don't run into it, or you always 3-bet.
Yeah, definitely
very
3-bet.
Small in case, for whatever reason, Link just wakes up with it. Right.
He didn't go small, but it was a good enough size to get Haley to let her hand go.
Exactly. And Iceboxes would have been just under just ICM craziness if Link finds like some play there, He's never folding his hand, but it just sucks. Like, even if you're flipping and Link has ace king there, you don't want to do that when you're second in chips.
Yep. Yeah, so difference of $8,000 between the fourth place that goes out next and our winner. So
I had to hear you guys troll me last week, too, for wearing my Canadians jersey, so I had to rep the Stars
Rep the Stars today.
The Stars jersey didn't show me as much love.
It didn't. It's beautiful and bright.
Yeah,
you stand out in the room. Yeah, nothing wrong. We love our hockey here, too. Of course, Corey was in the booth with me earlier. He's been a part of the Dallas Stars team, as is our seat 5 that's busted out earlier, Suzanne. She's works for the Dallas Stars too, so showing the hockey crew some love. Of course, we've got 2 hockey facilities literally next door to us right here in Farmers Branch, the Dallas Stars Centers, where they have some games that are played in those 2 smaller arenas. They do some there.
Training there, and do they ever run their minor league?
Not minor, she told me. They do a lot of youth leagues, and then the visiting teams that come and play often. That's where they practice.
Oh, okay.
If they're here for a few days, they will practice there. So. ADH Poker all in with a King 4.
I just feel like it's going long.
So he's short stack. He just
just got to rip it. Got a king, you got to rip it. He was really patient a little bit earlier. He had a spot where he had pocket 8s we all thought he was going to shove with. He had only 9 big blinds, and he was under the gun +1 and folded.
Yeah,
woke up with the ace king or ace queen like 2 hands later and was able to get that one through. But he's been on a little kind of mini heater. He was super short with 9 big blinds, like I said. And here he has laddered up like 3 more spots. So been hanging tough today.
Yeah, watching this stuff is actually really good. What people don't understand is like when it comes to like chip EV and ICM poker, a lot of people are just folding like that king 4 stuff. Like you see a face card and you have like 6, 7 bigs. You have to just go with it, or you're just going to be blinded. Now, if there's ICM pressure, you can fold those spots. But like when you're short stack, go with the hand.
Yeah. Wow. Now this is a spot that's, you know, he did this earlier with a 10-8. This is a weird spot here.
This should be a call, but I think, you know, again, Haley's probably going to show Calvin here a lot of respect, or ADHD poker, a lot of respect here.
She's seen him jam with some pretty sus hands. That's got to be on her mind here. Yeah, but deep breath here, Haley. She's not happy, and she is going to fold.
I have a feeling you got it.
And she's under what, a 500? No, 1500 pay jump here.
Yeah.
So I don't hate the fold. I know everybody wants that $1,500 for third, or extra 1,500, but I think you just have to get it in with a suited ace there. That or just shove into the blinds. Haley, like it'd be a big. You know, if Haley was second in chips clearly, I think it's, you know, okay to open and fold. But the fact that she was tied for second is kind of, at this point, is like distribution of cards.
Right.
See, like, what do you do here? You have a king. Should be just a fold. Yeah. 10-8. That's fine. She should just fold into the chip leader. He's gonna see this.
He's a big fan of the 10-8 though. He shoved with it earlier, so I think this is like something. Or no, he's got 7-6 here. I thought he had 10-8. Okay.
This is something like
10-8
Link should be like always 3-betting.
Absolutely.
Here, just to apply max pressure.
If he checks 2, you got to hammer him, right?
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Use that chip lead, and if he shoves, you know, if he don't want to go with it, fold.
Yeah, check.
The ADHD should be open shoving like all of his premiums into the chip lead anyway, knowing he has no fold equity.
Check, and now ADH Poker gets to put the pressure on, knowing that the big stack must have bricked if he's not going to put even a single chip out there. So, well done by ADH Poker. You know, probably a hand that we're folding pre, but he takes advantage there, and
yeah, he played it very unconventional, and it worked out.
Absolutely.
I think Link now is kind of just chilled out. I think he's tired of, like you said earlier, he's tired of doubling these players up. He's kind of just, you know, not putting that aggressive style into effect right now. So.
Yeah. And those shorter stacks, you know, they don't have a problem letting the big stack try to do all the work when they can ladder up. But, you know, at some point, these shorter stacks are going to have to start doing the work too.
See, I love this open. Link just folds here, and then Haley folds. See, Link's folding suited Jack X, like he can apply pressure with this hand and just choosing not to. Like I said, he must be.
He's doing inventory on his chips right now too, so he's probably kind of mentally taking a little break here.
Yeah.
The dealers have been talking with the floor about giving these players a break here, as we've been going since 10:20, so it's been 2 hours. Mike has been dealing strong for a couple hours, and players have been grinding it out after a long and, of course, roller coaster kind of day with the power outage situation today. So players probably want a little break.
Raise
Find the open, which is fine. This is perfectly fine defense.
All right, David going to defend here.
David has to play extremely tight here. Flop second pair. See what Link does. Link C-bets here is really going to put David in a tough spot. He does bet small.
80? 85?
It's a call.
Yeah, can't just be folding second pair. Another overcard.
Pretty bad turn. Let's see if Link can find another bet. If Link finds another bet, David probably will fold.
Bet 150.
He sized up. Just under half pot.
And if you're wrong, you're going from 920 down to
Right where everybody else
870.
is. I think David finds a fold here. David's super smart, super solid player. I think he understands the dynamic here where and he does fold.
Does fold. Good job using that big stack for Link. Had absolutely a crap hand and takes down another big pot to continue to extend that chip lead.
Yeah, I guess he's just being super selective with his approach on leveraging these players. You know, he's not taking every spot, which is good. You know, you don't have to take every single spot. You know, it prevents you, quote unquote, from punting.
Right. Yeah, he can look at the players he's playing against, right? Icebox has almost $1 million. ADH Poker, 810. You know, Haley might be somebody he is willing to kind of push around a little bit now that she's gotten shorter. She is going to rip it.
2 face cards. Let's go with it. King, queen.
Wow.
He just folds.
Just folds. Probably just enough chips in her stack to get him to fold there. Was not committed. We were, through 74 hands at our final table. Took us a minute to get a single player knocked out tonight.
Yeah, I saw that. I was playing cash, and I just kept seeing 9 players, 9 players, 9 players. Was it just card distribution, or were everybody playing?
No, the all-ins were surviving.
Really?
Yeah, we had Arun down to 89,000 at one point, and you know, ran his stack up a while, and he leveled up a couple spots, and a few other players, you know, got all in, and they just kept surviving. So a lot of alligator blood at the table today. There's a lot of hanging around, but it was fun for sure. And we were getting some good action hands. Just big stacks were kind of paying them off.
So Haley's probably going to open fold this hand with her. Xbox finds a call. ADHD. Wow, he just finds a call.
Strong hand, four-handed.
Link should throw it away.
Yeah,
That's
the
silly.
8 triz, the octo crab.
All right, we get to see the 3 distributed stacks that isn't the chip leader play a pot. Okay, we got 2 players flopping second pair, 1 with top pair. Haley's just gonna trap this, I think, and then shove to any real aggression.
Yeah, and David, don't blame him for betting here. Second pair, backdoor hearts, and a straight draw.
Yeah.
Got to put some money in there in position.
ADHD will probably find a call. It's hard to fold second pair, you know, four-handed with a, you know, top kicker.
What do you do now is, Haley, is you've gotten both players putting money in, though. And now you've got a king 4 kicking. Just call.
I think I just go with it, but she has, like, she's not a middling stack, right? She is the shorter stack, so I think you just go with your top pairs. If you run into it, you run into it.
Yeah, I think if ADHD Poker doesn't call there, she does jam the king 4 against the button there.
Now, look, Icebox turns so much equity that it's insane.
It's insane.
I think he checks back a lot, though. Icebox should. He's finding a bet.
Bigger size, maybe? 490 in the pot?
See, the reason I don't like going big sizing here, I think
270, yeah.
I think because the stack sizes are the other 2 opponents, I think any bet, and you want to realize, I mean, he's just never folding his hand at this point.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, like, either player could shove. He's just not folding. He's just so much equity. So, like, why realize your showdown value, see your card, and then try to get paid on the river? That's what I would do. But, you know, David's a great player. I played with him last week at the final table. Super solid. I think he realized he just has so much equity that he's just going to go with it.
Got the look up, the look down from Haley. She's really trying to get some information here.
She's got 10 bigs. Oh, excuse me, 12 bigs. She kind of wants to go with it. She knows she has to shove her fold.
Oh my God, she's in the middle of a decision. Somebody else, nice 10 on the river earlier.
It might have been me. I was up there chatting it up with
Oh, were you? That's hilarious.
No, I wouldn't have said nice 10 on the river, but
yeah,
I was talking to...
Sounded like our friend Galoo. Oh, she's going to let it go.
I think that's
Wanted
fine.
to see the river just, for sheer entertainment value, but
That's fine. She still has 12 bigs, which is easy spinnable. You know, if she doesn't
definitely spinnable.
know what David's betting there. You know, obviously he had second pair and a very great combo draw.
Yeah, great job, David, using his larger stack compared to the other two players, and most importantly, his position on the button there. Got two better hands to fold. He had, the lion's share of the equity, but both players actually had him, pipped or a bigger pair in Haley's case.
No, Brad, we're not holding hands. We're holding something else.
That's right. Our hands are occupied, Brad. I mean, we've got to talk, so, but the hands are free. Don't be jealous.
You want to join us?
It's all love, buddy. And this is going to be a new dealer. Great job to Micah, who dealt the last couple hours. And this is going to be one of our dealers and floors. Helps out with tournaments, Mr. Felipe.
Love Felipe. He caught him playing a tournament the other day. Had a battle with him.
He's had some good success in the past few years, playing in, kind of spotty tournaments. He's kind of like me. I mean, we like to play him a lot. It's just timing is not always there for us with work. So we don't get to play as many as we would normally like. But Felipe loves to fire when he gets the opportunity.
So I don't think we have these updated chip stacks, but Haley, I believe, has 12 big blinds.
There we go.
It's still not updated yet. Oh, maybe it is. ADHD. Yeah, okay.
4 remaining players out of a field of 200 today. Playing for just under 11,000 for first. Next guy or gal out is going to get 2,400. Yeah, 11,000 for first is what we're all battling for. And Link using the big stack here with the computer hand, Queen 7.
Yeah, that's fine blind versus blind.
Yeah.
Haley has to wake up with it.
Takes it down. What's next for you? Are the even bigger one, or are you maybe going to fire at the Trailblazer?
I think now that I found out again earlier today that TCH Dallas here is going to host the Monday and Tuesday Trailblazer event, I'm going to fire a bullet or two into that and see if I can make bag to Austin. And then if not, I'm definitely going to be here next weekend for the even bigger one.
Gotcha.
And then come mid-April, I'll be back up to Choctaw. The WPT's coming up there, and they're hosting a bunch of events, and I'll be there for a couple weeks trying to win me a trophy up there, man.
Nice.
I had 9-9, I'll tell you.
Did get some information that the software is not counting the antes into these stacks currently, so we'll have an issue with the stacks being just a little bit off, but overhead view right now, you can tell who has all the chips. We know that Link is way ahead of everybody else, and ADH Poker and Haley, are in kind of that 12 to 15 big blind range. Icebox has over 1 million, so you'll kind of try to give it to you as accurately as we can, but going to be a little off as the software kind of is taking a poo at the moment.
I think Kamara on the 5th is a tad early, but that's just my opinion, Brad. I think, you can wait. There's a lot of later running backs that you can go after. Oh, by the way, I'm a fantasy football guy. I do a bunch of best ball drafts, and I just, love everything sports, man.
Heck yeah. All right, we got an all-in moment. ADH Poker kind of running into it here. Icebox with the ace-7 of clubs. Jack-9. Wow, 4-4-4.
Wow, we need to find a jack or a 9 here for ADH Poker. He is gone.
Or a deuce. 7, full house.
Okay, ADH Poker just got 4th place. Congratulations, buddy.
Whamboozled, our buddy ADH Poker. Y'all watch the stream and get involved in the chat. You'll always see him in there with some random words of wisdom. We love him. Great job, Calvin.
What was his payout there?
His payout was $24.20. So Mr. Calvin getting just shy of $2,500 for his troubles today. Loves playing in our tournaments and a lot of fun in the room. I know everybody that plays with him kind of probably feels the same. So
Yeah, he's such a great character. I met him a couple years ago here, and then I played with him between here and Choctaw and Austin. And he's such a good fella, man. And
Really is.
congratulations on your 4th place score there,
Yep.
Calvin. And see you next week, buddy.
and then there were 3. So now you've got Icebox in a pretty good position. If he does get heads up with Link, he's
He's
right at that kind of 2-to-1 disadvantage. But Haley might have something to say about it. She's not going to give up easily, ripping it with the 8-7.
This is fine because she's about to be the big blind. She has right around 10 big blinds. She's giving up 2 big blinds if she folds this next hand. So,
Yeah,
this is a perfectly fine shove.
and she'll take it down with an 8 high there. I like it.
Now she gets free blinds for 1 orbit here, and then hopefully she can wake up with a hand.
She does have one of the coolest tattoos. I don't know if you ever sat next to her, but she had it's like
Space?
a outer space, like a skyline. Really, really, really well. I mean, the fact that you can actually see it pretty clearly on a camera like this. I forgot the name of the artist, but it's somebody in Tulsa, a female artist that did that tattoo on her.
Yeah, I can see like the stars and the moon in it already. That's crazy. Super colorful.
Super colorful. Good stuff.
You got any tattoos?
Couple.
Just a couple?
Mom quit crying after number 7. I think we're on 22 now.
Oh, man. I got 1, but I'm working on a sleeve right now that I want to get done.
After you do the unicorn on your lower back, right?
I'm just waiting for your picture, buddy.
Yeah. Brad, we don't do Burrow in the 6th, buddy.
No, Burrow in the 6th only if you have Chase or T. Higgins. Otherwise, you let them fall.
Yeah, Brad likes to double up on dudes, so Burrow and Chase doubling up would be a good bet.
No, not Chase Brown, Jamar Chase. I don't think you have to stack running back and quarterback, Brad. I know what you can stack though, Brad. D.
Not chips. Not today, at least. We love Mr. Brad. Speaking of characters. All right, Link is going to raise it up with the Jack 6, and Haley's going to take a second before she realizes she's got
a pair. She's going to go with it.
One-legged aces.
She will go with this, almost certain. Here we go. Let's go, Haley. Icebox, he got a tight spot. He probably just folds because of the Link open, but
Jack 6 says no, thank you.
Nice.
Haley just got done giving her license and information for purposes of this big cash out these players are all going to get. Well, I'm in a keeper league in my fantasy football league, and we were able to draft early last year Mr. Saquon Barkley.
Okay.
And I'm hoping that I get the unlucky, 10th through 12th pick in the first round next year so I can keep him.
Okay.
It has to be in the same round, obviously, as where I picked him the year prior.
So did you take him in the second round or the first round?
No, I got him in the first this year. Fourth, because so many of the other keeper badass players that I would have taken in that area were already gone.
Okay.
So it was just like, well, yeah, I got to take Saquon. But I had the pair that was just deadly in almost every league across America, no matter what format you were in. I had the Lamar Jackson and Saquon. Yeah. And then I had, 3 not top tier receivers, but receivers that were right there, And so if I can somehow finagle that again, to have those 2 again, I mean, it was just
coming into
so
last
strong.
year, everybody loved Philly's offensive line, but I just wasn't sure with the dynamic of Jalen Hurts stealing touchdowns, how Saquon was going to perform, but obviously he showed us that he's a MVP caliber.
That the Giants didn't know what they were doing with him.
They knew what they were doing. He was their workhorse for Giants, but they should have paid him, and I think we found out what he is capable behind a really good offensive line.
Yeah, and healthy.
Yeah.
Key word there. All right, Link with an ace-9 here. Small blind. Definitely going to rip it in to Haley. She's got the 10-8. Easy fold.
Do you have any information on this Link character? I've seen him around.
I don't have a ton of info as far as, what his background, poker-wise is. Been playing a lot, lately and making some deep runs in our tournaments. Plays a lot of the Thursday night, Friday night ones as well. Definitely an aggressive player for sure. And you can see that's worked in his favor tonight as, he's had both the run good and the play good. He's used that stack like you're supposed to. So
He should find it open here for sure. He does.
How about a shout out to our boy Harvey Castro for another huge 6-figure score on that WPT. He got second place.
Wow.
In California for 149K, I think, or maybe more than that. Something sick. So another one of our Dallas locals that's made final tables here, played in our cash streams, but won the big event up at Choctaw a couple years ago, and it's just
on a heater.
On a heater, just found his way to another 6-figure score. It was like 274, I think, or something like that for first, and he got in a heads-up match and. Actually, the final table was some familiar faces from WPTs of the past, but just shy of getting his name on a WPT trophy. So shout out to Harvey Castro. But yeah, we've seen a lot of the folks that play in our rooms here in the last couple years, yourself included. Take down some Choctaw events, and Mallory took down the big one here. We've had in the past we've had guys like Danny Marks who were staples in our room, and Zach Barron. RV Phil took down a big one. So, yeah, we've seen a lot of great 193. Thank you, Brad. Yeah, Harvey Castro. So just shy of 200,000.
What an incredible story, Mallory.
25 years old. Yeah. Mallory with a 211.
Man,
211K for Mal.
Such an incredible person.
Yeah.
Worked here. She does, all the hosting of the good cash streams.
Yeah.
I wish nothing but her the best, and she just has this incredible sun run, and, man, what a 6 score.
Yeah, absolutely. And, of course, again, the person she beat was Zach Barrett.
Yeah, he's a crusher.
6 score for him, too,
Yeah, he's been crushing for a long time.
6-figure score after 6-figure score for him.
They don't call him Luckbox Taco for no reason.
Yeah. He's trying to drop the taco, but he just can't get rid of the name right now, But, yeah, Zach's another great one. But it just seems like there's been such a good run of players from the DFW area that have made such awesome, deep runs. And it's like they'll make an appearance on a final table of ours or two, and then they go play somewhere else and just crush it.
Isn't Haley on a little heater? Didn't she win this event
she won
a month ago?
She won 15K and actually got to come in the booth afterwards and do a little interview and introduce herself and tell us about her photography. She's been in the poker scene for a long time, but yeah, she had a nice 15K win here recently. Yeah, so she's definitely on a little heater.
Oh, my heavens.
Well, Link has a king in his hand. Icebox says, brother, I got 2.
Icebox could 3-bet or flat trap here, but Link should know that anytime Icebox 3-bets against the chip leader is going to be really top of range.
We are 3-handed, but gosh, King 9 is such a trouble hand. It's offsuit, too.
I think this is where Link is kind of lacking some understanding. Like, obviously, if Icebox 3-betting anything, he's top of range here.
Top of range, yeah.
Yeah, even though you're in position, I think this is a fine c-bet. See what our Link does. What?
Wow.
Okay, Link. Okay, I'm talking all this mess, and we find this raise on the ace-high board.
And look at the uncomfortableness. You can see.
Oh, David is in such this ICM horrible spot.
Horrible spot.
I don't wish this on anybody.
You're like, is the big stack really getting this out of hand against me?
Who
can actually do some damage to his stack? What a play by Link.
And this is why Link flatted on the button. He figures he could pull a move like this on.
Yeah, they don't call it the ace magnets for nothing, and gets it through. Look at the smirk. He knows that was a naughty, naughty little bluff there. What a hand.
That was.
There you go, Link.
Incredible
showing some
play.
Chops there. It's not just about running good. He just gets the kings to fold with a super aggressive play there. So love seeing that.
Yeah, he has to find that. And now Icebox is even with Haley roughly. And
yeah.
Now you got to pick a spot.
Blinds are at 25, 50, 50.
Haley has about 18 to 20 big blinds here. Icebox has.
Now, how do you spell aboot? A-B-O-O-U-T?
No, A-B-O-A-T. A-boat.
A-boat, yeah. Yeah.
A boot.
Got to give my Canadian a little
spell
razz.
House. Hoose.
House.
Hoose. Wow.
Link going to take down another one. What's his stack at now? Of course, the stacks, like I said, are going to be a little off because the
Right at
Andes aren't.
4 million.
Yeah, and I'm sure he's probably eclipsed the 4 million now if you add a few of those Andes to the pots he's taken down here. But like I said, look at that overhead view. You can clearly tell
mountains versus
a couple of anthills. Yeah, a couple of Texas anthills. Kiwi special in the chat. How you doing, Kiwi? Welcome from the land down under, our favorite New Zealander. What you cooking tonight, Kiwi? She's always cooking up some stuff and letting us know and making us hungry.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah. Kiwi's. If I can ever find my way down to New Zealand, I'm going to have a dinner courtesy of Miss Kiwi. Last week it was lamb chops she was cooking.
Oh, yeah?
Lamb shanks, excuse me.
What kind of like cuisine is New Zealand known for?
I mean, they're like us. They're definitely carnivorous folks down there.
So they're not like pasta heavy or anything like
Probably
that?
Probably not. A lot of them, she'll probably hate on this a little bit, but the folks that were sent down to New Zealand and Australia, right, were all the criminals from Scotland and Ireland. They sent the trouble folks. So you got to imagine it's a bunch of meat-eating, potato-eating sons of guns, and of course you got the locals there, obviously the Aborigines and folks that are native to that area. But yeah, Kiwi, let us know if one were to just speak out loud about food in the land of New Zealand. What are some of the main courses?
Roasted lamb shanks and veggies. Okay.
Okay, yeah. So that's big on her menu there, roasted lamb shanks.
Lamb is a meat that isn't very popular here in North America.
The tanks, again.
It's an acquired.
It is acquired, and I think it's all about how you cook it, because I've had it and liked it, and I've had it and hated it.
The only time I've ever had lamb is when you go to these like Brazilian steakhouses and they offer like lamb. It just tastes like a.
It's different than everything. Way different.
It's more gamey.
It's definitely
I wouldn't
gamey.
compare it to deer.
Not at all.
But it's like I think it's how you cook it and how it's seasoned.
Yeah.
Like that, you have that acquired taste, but it's definitely a more gamey flavor.
Yeah, but what is New Zealand known for, Kiwi? Like if somebody said, "Hey, I'm going to go to a restaurant that's got a New Zealand chef," what's probably going to be the top of the list of things that chef is going to cook?
Beyond your lamb shanks.
Beyond the lamb shanks, yeah. Haley just folded those two specific 10s there. Icebox hits a 7.
65.
So being in the booth, once, twice a week, how much information do you think you've gained as a player from seeing a lot of these successful tournament players grind and run deep runs? Do you think you've learned a lot, or do you think there's some better educational things that we can do as commentators, or even the players can do to try to, let's say, enhance, poker as a whole?
I think I've definitely gained a lot of knowledge, especially on the front of ICM and discussing situations, push fold chart type stuff that final table is it's such a different dynamic than the early stages of a tournament, right? And if you haven't made many final tables, which, let's be honest, most people haven't, if you don't have a lot of final table experience and navigating spots, and whether it's you're trying to ladder up or you're really trying to win a big prize up top, because at the end of the day, if you're playing tournaments, you need to be playing to win, and a lot of folks get comfortable with making those little small cashes, and at the end of the day, that's not a profitable strategy. You want to win, and that's why these huge tournament crushers don't have but just a handful of first place scores in these big events, and you're like, wow, you've only won a couple tournaments and you've played in 50. Well, yeah, but the first place was 50,000 or 2 million or whatever it was. So, playing just to get those min cashes is definitely not, the strategy. And you could see the players that are really going after it and being aggressive, not just trying to ladder up, not being passive. And those are the players that I try to learn a lot from, because I've been one of those guys that's just got a lot of min cashes and got a smaller cashes, and get to those day twos with a shorter stack than I want to. You know, like you want to get to day 2 with 40 plus big blinds, right? And when you're getting there with 15 big blinds, you're just always in that uncomfortable spot. So learning how to navigate situations, you know, at a final table, but also in trying to get to a final table, you know, the goal is to get there with a good chunk of chips. And I mean, Link showed up with 2.2 million today. So those are, you know, the things that I think that I've really honed in on the styles of play and watching here. But yeah, the cash game obviously that we do on Tuesday nights completely different. There's some wildness, you know, on some of those. But yeah, you can learn a lot from watching poker, but you can learn a lot of what not to do as well.
Okay.
You can't just watch poker on YouTube and be like, oh, okay, now I know what to do with that hand in that situation. You know, there's so much to learn from the game of poker, and of course the studying and the stuff that's being, you know, put out now. I'm not doing enough of it, of course, but looking at what's available now compared to, you know, back 20, 30 years ago, it was, hey, read Super System, you know, and you were getting one player's philosophy on his 40 years of playing poker. Now there's just so much, you know, mathematics and analytics and stuff that's going into it, and, you know, AI stuff. I mean, it's nuts. But yeah, I think you really can learn a lot from watching these streams, and you just have to realize, hey, you know, what am I watching here? Am I watching players that are experienced? And we got a final table today
It's a great final table.
of players who are regularly making deep runs. So these aren't, you know, players that are brand new to this game. These are all players that you can learn something from, and we've seen some of the best, like you mentioned. Glenn made a little mistake there. He's going to learn from that, you know.
Exactly.
But yeah, when we do these streams, of course, RJ and I have a poker background. We've been playing for a long time, but, you know, we're more play-by-play guys, right? We really enjoy just the game itself and watching, you know, just the action in general and getting excited about, you know, what goes on. By the way, players are on a quick break here. We're not just gabbing for the sake of gabbing. We'll get right back to the action. But yeah, great question. You know, you play a lot of tournaments. You play a lot of cash as well, and so you kind of know the difference in the dynamic of both. But yeah, I think there's so much to learn from watching, but you just have to be careful, because some of these streams that you're watching, especially on the cash game side, you're watching players who have ungodly resources. You know, like, they don't care about money. They will rip it in with, you know, hands that you're not going to see real pros, you know, who are, you know, in that kind of tight, aggressive player style, who are winning players play. So yeah, it's definitely an avenue that you should, I think, entertain watching live streams, but there's so much else out there, and nothing beats playing live and getting experience yourself.
Yeah, I think, like, as a whole, I think people lose the concept as, one, obviously everybody plays poker and has the intention of winning, but you have to understand what's my style,
right?
You know, what I'm comfortable playing, and then how can I maximize my style or my image of how players perceive me. You know what I mean? And I feel like, you know, you can attest to this. You see it, Brad can attest to it, and other players that play with me.
Right.
You know, they can see me use an image or my style to my advantage in certain situations. And I think, you know, as the newer players come up playing these tournaments or cash games, they should just accept the fact that, you know, I play this style and I'm going to leverage or quote unquote exploit the way I can play, whether you perceive me a certain way or, you know, stretch my game tree or,
right,
you know, my ranges differently so I can find deep runs like this. And I think people get so stuck in this tunnel vision of, I have to play X, Y, and Z to get here, and they're not seeing the results, but they don't know why.
Right.
And I think they're just not expanding their game tree. They're so stuck in one tunnel, and they have to, you know, really expand and understand, you know, different concepts in order to get to the success that they're seeking. You know
For sure.
I mean?
Yeah, and again, I mean, that's, if you're wanting to get into tournament poker, like, and you're getting frustrated because you've played 6 tournaments and you haven't won one, look at the win rate for players who are like some of the best tournament players in history. Their win rate's not going to be good. You know, if that's your cash win rate, you're not playing this game.
Yeah,
we'll get to that in a second. We've got a monster here.
Whoa, here we go.
We're not going to bore you with just analysis. Here we go. Ace King of Hearts and Ace Queen for Haley, and it looks like the chip stacks are going to be pretty close. We'll get a count once the hand is over.
Super standard spot here, guys.
Yeah,
Let's just,
three-handed.
Yeah.
Three-handed, 2 monster hands. King ball. We need a 10 now.
10 for Miss Haley.
Still a 10, no diamond.
10 or Miss Haley, Gigi Haley.
Yeah, Icebox is going to win, so we will get an official count.
I guess it's our camera.
Yeah, like we said, the Annie's not being added in for a minute there is going to make this a little off, but David's going to win this hand and put Haley really close to the felt here.
What a sick hand.
Sick hand, yeah.
Three-handed. RJ, what's up, buddy? We miss you too, buddy.
And our chief for the win, buddy.
Yeah,
That's
man.
right. Yeah, the first hand back from their break, and it's ace-king suited versus ace-queen. The two smaller stacks are trying to get after. So she does have a chip in a chair.
2 chips in a chair. She's
Two
got
chips in a chair for Haley. Y'all give some love for Haley.
a full big blind.
We don't really root on single players here because we like everybody, but I'm always going to root for the story.
Yeah,
the two chip story.
Let's
If
see.
Haley can somehow take down Goliath with just 2 stones,
It would be something to tell the grandkids.
yeah, she's got 50K. Let's go, Haley.
Oh, wow.
She wakes up dominated 2 hands in a row.
Both players are probably going to call to
Try to
ensure
knock
the
her out,
knockout,
yeah. The 4-3's getting in there.
So unless one of these players actually, come away with something here, no one's going to bet. They're just going to ensure the knockout.
Oh, wow.
And they should go check, likely. Okay.
4-3, 2 pair.
This river might get bet for some thin value.
Yeah, and unfortunately, Haley's like, oh, I got a queen. Yeah.
3-4, no good.
3-4, no good.
Both players
Or 3-4 is good, yeah. Queens are no good, and that is going to do it for Miss Haley. Great run today. She is going to take home just under $4,000, $39.87 for her troubles. And now we've got the heads-up match, $67.74 for second, $10,667 for first. Here we go, Icebox with almost a 4-1 lead over, Link with almost a 4-1 chip lead over Icebox.
Congrats again to Miss Haley for her 3rd place finish. Another deep run, and best luck in your future endeavors.
Absolutely. ADH Poker now joining us. What a great run for you, buddy. Loved watching you play, and tough final table indeed. Great players tonight on this final table.
Sick run, Calvin, man. We love you, buddy.
Yep. Stay weird, man. That's why we love you. 125 from Link. And a call.
Standard stuff, heads up. Let's see. You want to know how sick in the head I am? After I lost a Fuat heads up, I literally studied. Me and Brad just studied for hours.
Really?
Yeah, I played so bad heads up, and
You could tolerate Brad for hours? God bless.
Yeah, I don't try to tolerate
Yeah.
him, but,
I did an hour lunch with him one time and thought I was going to run headfirst into traffic.
I
Yeah.
know, man. You bring the muzzle when you invite
do.
them, We love you, Brad. We're just trolling.
Amanda Huggin Kiss XO says, why can't we have rabbit cams? If you're ever going to see rabbit cams, that's going to be on a cash stream, not a tournament stream. It's definitely not standard to do any sort of rabbit hunting whatsoever on any sort of tournament live feeds. I think that's just kind of a history thing. You're not going to see that on famous WSOP streams or anything. It's just
it's never been a thing for tournaments, and probably never will be a thing. I think
we all want to see the rabbit. Don't get me wrong,
Yeah.
and players sometimes do as well, but it's just not something in a tournament you're going to see. And really, at the end of the day, the rabbits, all that really does is screw with your head about
calling, folding, or
I would have had this, I would have had that.
If you want to find out, put the money in.
Put the money in. That's right.
That's what I tell players. Now in cash games, if we're on a fun table, I don't care if they rabbit hunt or whatever. But
Anthony Phillips is a real gambler. He says he likes the odds for Link. Taking a risk there. Wow, they did rabbits in the 80s, huh?
I like David though. I think David, an incredible player. Again, I played with him on the final table last week, and
all in.
I love it.
All in and a quick ask for a count. So we have an open from Link with a Jack-10, which is standard here, heads up. Icebox rips it, and Link says, I'll let you have it.
let them have it. I think you have Jack High, and you just got to side-fold for 1.5.
Probably. That's why I hold.
We are, though, down to our final two of 200. Thank you guys again for tuning in, and thanks everybody that was patient with the staff today as they dealt with an electrical issue that knocked the lights out in this whole shopping center. We didn't think we were going to have this. I was about to just come up here and play some cash tonight, and they were like, nope. We talked to the players. We got enough of them to come back, and we're going to have a stream after all. So a little later night on a Saturday night. I know there's much cooler things than y'all could be out there doing than hanging out with Nick and I, but thank you for being here with us. And all in and a call.
So Icebox limp trapped this A7.
Limp trapped it, didn't he?
Yeah, and he just snapped.
Gets it in good. All you can do. 55-45 is the historical run that we've seen from Link today. Going to continue. Is he going to get another knockout and win this tournament? Or is Icebox going to get closer to even?
Oh my God! What a
bye. Night indeed.
Icebox, what an incredible tournament, buddy!
Great run for David. He was kind of a staple on our final tables. You know, when I first started doing some of these tournaments a couple years ago, and he's had a resurgence here recently and started to make some more deep runs. So, great job there for David. As you see, Felipe is going to grab that new chunk of chips that are going to head over to our winner's way, Mr. Link, who's got all of them now. Winner take all. Link is going to go home with $10,667 for first place. But again, shout out to David. Second place, $6,774. Great tournament. See Felipe here is going to set up the chips to do a good photo there. But reminder of what we got going on here in Dallas next week, folks. If you've enjoyed watching these tournaments, thought, hey, I want to take my shot at one of these, here is your opportunity. The even bigger one is next week, starting on the 26th, goes all the way through the 31st, 2 flights a day. There is a double bag bonus, so if you bag and make it to day 2, all you have to do to do that is just be the final 10% in that field. So 10% go to day 2, and you will be in the money. 40-minute levels on day 2 and 3. Day 2 will be on Sunday, starting at 2 p.m. And then if you make it to this final table, we will live stream it on Monday, the 31st. So there's your shot to get upwards of $60,000 to $80,000 in a tournament. And then, of course, in Austin, right now, the Trailblazer Final Tour, the season finale is going on. There's events going on right now, but if you want to play in their season finale main event, you can actually fire in flights here in Las Colinas and Dallas on the 24th and 25th. There's a morning flight at Las Colinas at 11 on both those days, and then an evening flight, 5 p.m. in Dallas. We have our spring location. You can fire there on the 30th, 5 p.m., and the Houston location on the 31st at 12. But yeah, that's a $500K guarantee. They just had that in Houston. They crushed it. It was over $600K guarantee. And then I'm imagining with these extra, 6 flights here,
it should hit $1 million.
It should get close to $1 million. Yeah. So you're looking at $200,000 plus for first place, off an $800 buy-in. So another great opportunity. And of course, you're not a tournament player, cool. There you go. You've got the 9 for 99. So load up for the rest of the month on time. We'll see Link there getting his picture taken with his winning hand and a peace sign. So congratulations to him. Hand number 99 for him. The Queen Jack is probably going to be tattooed on his arm at some point. You know, big win there.
Yes. So congratulations to Link and congratulations to David for second place. And Eric, I want to thank you and TCH for inviting me into the booth. I thought TCH as a staff handled today very, very well. With the blackout that we had, and they were very professional, and we got this tournament done. So Eric, thank you again. TCH,
absolutely.
Thank you again, and
glad you got to come back. You finished in 16th place, 16th, you said?
Yes, sir.
You were second place in our tournament last week. Shout out again to Corey, who came in and did the stream. RJ, we miss you, brother. Our partner in crime was sick, but shout out to everybody who made this possible today. Jacob had to come in and handle all the production by himself today on a late start. So shout out to the production team, the floors, everybody else that made this thing possible. And of course, shout out to you guys in the chat. Without y'all, we couldn't continue to do this every week. So share these streams with your friends and come out and play in a tournament at TCH and win yourself a nice bankroll builder. You have that opportunity next week with both the Trailblazer series and, of course, the even bigger one. So for TCH Live, I'm Eric Van Loosen. Of course, you had Nick Gwynn and Corey in there with me. Any parting words, Mr. Nick?
Nothing. Much love, chat, and thanks again, TCH, for the invite. And let's keep grinding.
Keep grinding, folks. Happy stacking. Take care.